She burns like the fire. Okay, welcome everyone. Open topic talk, uncensored Saturdays since 2007. I'm James P. Madonna, and here's my co-host here, Ronnie S. in Clearwater, Florida, with his festive lit palm tree. All right, now, did you have a an okay
Oh
weekday?
yeah. My week was beautiful.
Good,
The weather has been superb. I mean, when I say superb, you probably don't get it.
dry.
No rain. Um, 75 to 80, maybe a little bit over 80, but not far. Humidity is somewhat mild. Not a cloud in the sky. I mean, this is just like excellent weather. The only problem, which I think I had mentioned before, is that in my case, the the pool here where I live is not heated, so it's just open to the elements, right? And then we had a cold front Monday to Tuesday where it got cold. It went down to the 40s in the morning, which is very very low for for here.
Well, you don't want to get out of a heated pool and feel cold. Feel cold.
Well,
You don't
no,
want
you don't have to. So if it was heated and you got into it, you'd be fine because during the day, I mean, it's nice. It's like 80, 83 degrees, something like that. But the thing is, at nighttime, the temperature drops, it dips, and then even right now, it's not bad. But what happens is, so like what I was saying was this past Monday into Tuesday or so around there, which the same thing happened in up north in New York. I know. There was a big cold front. I guess it was a big East Coast cold front. You probably got it too.
yeah, we
And the temperatures here dropped into the 40s, which was a huge dip, right? In the morning, on the overnight. And what happens is the water in the pool, it has to go through the night, so it gets cold. And then even though during the day the sun is out, the sun is beaming on the water, it's just not enough for the temperature to heat back up to what it was before, and the water temperature. And it is what it is, and it doesn't heat back up until around March, um, maybe mid March or so, around
right.
spring training time. That's usually when you can get back in the pool.
Yeah. So
But
this.
it's still very pleasant. It's very beautiful. I mean, today was a beautiful day. So
I
I
mean,
I sat out by the pool today.
I
I
mean,
put my feet in it. I picked my pants up and I stuck my
even
feet
if
in, and
even if you went by the cabana area with,
yeah, no, it's very very nice. It's very
even if you
pleasant.
went to the cabana with beverages and snacks and lunch and sandwiches,
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
still have a nice time,
It's
relaxing.
it's beautiful. It's you
You
just
know, they
can't exactly go for a dip. You know,
no, but they have lounge chairs by the cabana, right, where you
it's
can
very very nice,
sit.
beautiful.
They have tables.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful setup. Everything is great. You know how the Cubans they put the tables outside and they play dominoes out by the
Yeah,
pool.
yeah.
Before I moved to Florida, when I lived in New York, I used to think that like that's what Florida was like. Like you would move down here and that's what you'd be doing, And we can go out by the pool and play dominoes. But I've never met anybody to play dominoes with yet.
No, I know how to play.
I've never met it. I don't. But I didn't move to Miami. I moved to Clearwater. So,
Right.
but that
You're
was my mindset. Like
you're
that's what I always
you're
saw in
thinking
like the movies and stuff.
you're thinking of the Razor Ramon promo when he
Yeah,
was in
yeah, yeah,
Miami,
yeah,
and he had, what do you have, like zebra
yeah,
seat covers
yeah,
on
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
whatever, the convertible, and they were playing dominoes, and he said, "I'm gonna knock you down like a stack of
Well, even
dominoes,"
in like Scarface or some
Yeah.
like that was always what you would see is like you had the Cubanos playing dominoes like right like poolside, but I have yet to see that.
You know what the object of the game is?
I don't know how to even play.
No, I could teach you everything about dominoes. The object of the game is to put all your dominoes down on the table first, and then all the dots that everybody else has left on the table. I mean, not left on the table. All the dominoes that your opponents have facing them, you count those as points. They're your points. So if you're playing with two other people and you put all your dominoes down first, and the two other opponents have a total of 30 dots, 30 yeah, dots, pips. They call them pips, to be honest with you. PIPS. Those, that's you. That's your score. You write it down, 30 points. And what you do is you match. Like if somebody puts a domino down, you and on the end is a five, and you have a five. Well, you put that five up against the five that the opponent put down.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a double,
Hmm.
like a double six, you don't put that on the end. You put this way, T shaped. You put it across. So now you have two other directions. You have two new directions, and you keep doing that until you get all your dominoes on the table. Boom. So then you count the pips that everybody is stuck with
How did you
because
learn
they're
how to play dominoes?
from uh, Spanish girlfriends.
Not from the Colombian one, right?
No, then I looked it up. No, I looked it up to verify it.
But they don't play that in
And
Colombia, right?
Yeah, they do.
Or do?
They do. But
That's how you learned it?
my ex-wife's father,
Really?
I had
I
a
never heard of
double.
Colombians playing it.
I had the white ones that you see on TV. They're plastic, but they're white and they have black dots. I had a double nine. Most dominoes are double seven, but the highest is double seven. I had a double nine, and I said to him, "Here, take it. You want this domino set?" Because he plays. He was a pediatrician. He played with other doctors. He
Mhm.
says, "Thank you. I would take it, but we get very emotional when we play, and we slam the domino
Mhm.
on the table, and we would end up breaking them. We use the wooden
Yeah, he doesn't
dominoes.
want like a show one. Yeah.
No, he wants they
Yeah.
play with the
Something
black
that you can
ones.
fuck up. Yeah.
Yeah, because dominoes
They get
originally
very
are not.
serious. Yeah.
It's not a Latin American game. It originally came from China,
Oh yeah.
and the wooden set has a dragon on
You
the
know what?
back.
I didn't even know Colombians play it though. The only Latin Americans I ever heard of playing dominoes was Cubans. I don't even think Puerto Ricans play
Yeah,
it, right?
no, Jamaican. No, they do. Even Jamaicans.
Well, I don't think Puerto Ricans play it, right? I've never seen a Puerto Ricans play. I grew up in New York with a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Well, I think it's mostly popular with
It's
Cuban,
mostly Cuban, right?
but it's
So,
an easy game.
but
It's not
and
complicated.
it's an older game. A lot of the old guys play it.
Yeah.
Probably the young guys, they don't have the patience to fuck around with it. So they do, like a lot of other things.
Well, I play chess, and I'm okay. I'm moderately good.
Now I noticed
I
you've been
I,
going to church a lot lately, right?
I play chess, and most young people, except the geeks,
Yeah,
the
you got to be
geeks.
a dork. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I
You
would
got to be
agree because
you
I
got to
never
be a
learned how to
dorky
play
because
chess.
because most young people, you know what they tell me,
They don't have
and
the
including
patience for it.
my exes, gives me a headache. It's too much thinking. They says I got to use my
You know
brain
what it
too
is,
much.
James? I kind of agree because it's the point that it's a game. It's just a game, but it's forcing you to use your brain so much that it's not enjoyable anymore, and it's not a game anymore. It's getting too serious.
Well, I
Where
don't get.
where if you're just hanging out and you have something on the side to do, like a checkers game, that's different. You can do checkers and you don't have to use your brain too much, and it's enjoyable. You don't have to get upset if even if you lose, it's not that big of a deal.
You know what's a really enjoyable, simple friggin' game? Gin rummy.
Oh man,
Playing
I don't
card.
know. I don't
Playing
know how to
card.
play that.
No,
That wasn't
gin
that wasn't
rummy.
that the house makers game, like the women's game.
Well, I heard Andre the Giant loved to play that in the back room.
That's what the Long
Gin.
Island housewives used to play in the 60s.
Oh, they played like canasta,
Yeah,
pinochle.
that's what I'm saying.
Now I
My
don't
my
ask me
grandma
about
would tell me she was a Long Island housewife. And
now
she said that the
pinochle.
Jews made up all the games. The Jews
They,
always
the,
knew the rules to the card games.
the canasta, well, they played that mahjong too, right?
Mahjong, that's what it was. Yeah,
Now that's a Chinese game. Now getting back to pinochle. I always laugh when I hear the word pinochle. It's a different deck. You got to use a pinochle deck. Don't ask me what pinochle is. I know nothing about pinochle. Maybe if I researched it, I would learn. But I actually used to play chess by myself. I would have a swivel. I have this thick glass disc, and I would spin it black, white, and and I would play against a an invisible opponent, which is me.
wow.
I make a move, I spin, boop, I make a move, and now I'm white. I make a move, boop, I make, and then I black, and it's good. It's actually good exercise for the brain cells. Well, even cards. You're putting together suits in
You
your
always
hand,
have to be thinking. So
right? And you have to.
you never stop thinking. So even if you're having a game with the boys and you're having a few rounds of drinks, right?
Yeah.
Even though you're hanging out, letting your guard down, having some drinks, you still have to think. Your mind is still going to be going because of the cards, and
Yes.
it might not be going on overdrive because the game is not that hard, but it's still going. It's doing something, and so that's good for the brain, right?
Well, you decide what cards that you don't need. You're putting together combinations in your hand, and you are
My grandfather taught us three of a kind, four of a kind. That's
right
what
poker.
that's what he called it. That's what he, but
Well,
obviously he was talking about poker, right? But
well,
he
you got
he wanted to say the simplest way he could say.
well. It starts off with a pair, then it goes to three of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
Then after three of a kind
Four of a kind.
is well, actually, no, I take that back. I think no, it goes from a pair. It goes from a pair to two pairs. Then it goes to three of a kind. After three of a kind, I believe it's a straight. After a straight, there's
Now, what is a
a
straight?
full house. A full house would be three of a kind and a pair. Three of a kind is a full house. After a full house is a flush, which means you have all cards of the same suit. I think it's made up of five. I think you got to have five cards to make a flush. Uh, where's it? Four
Now, I wanted
cards.
to talk a little bit, if we could,
Then there's a
a
straight
little bit
flush.
of strategic politics, not emotional politics, strategic politics. and history about politics. If we could talk a little bit, do you mind?
Yeah, all right. All right, go
So
ahead.
I was thinking these elections just passed last week. It's an off year. It's not even the what do they call it? The midterms. But it's 2025. You had New York City mayor Democrat goes Democrat. New Jersey governor goes Democrat, and Virginia governor goes Democrat. If you go back, I looked this up. I looked up this information. If you go back to the elections, the same ones of 2017, which would be 1 year after the 2016 election, the presidential election that Donald Trump won. So it's kind of comparison wise the same as this year, where Donald Trump won a second time. New Jersey, 2017, the governor went Democrat.
Phil Murphy,
Phil
yeah.
Murphy's first term, right after Fat Boy Christie, right? That
Right.
happened 1 year after Donald Trump got elected. The same thing, New York City mayor, 2017, Bill de Blasio, Democrat. He won a second term because he was already the mayor. And then Virginia governor, the race went Democrat. The Democrat candidate won the governor in Virginia. Okay, same thing as this year. The same exact thing happened with the same outcome the previous year with Donald Trump.
Okay.
Then, if you go back even further than that, if you go back to 2005, which is 20 years ago, 2005, George W. Bush won his second term election in 2004. And then the following year, there was these elections in 2005 for New York City mayor. So what happened in 2005? Do you remember? Do you remember
New
what
York,
happened?
Bloomberg,
Bloomberg, yeah, Bloomberg won a second term.
Mike Bloomberg,
Bloomberg was what people liked him a lot. He was a Republican, but
and he
but
was. I don't
he
think
was
he took
very
a salary. I think
popular. He was very
he's
popular.
very
Yeah.
wealthy. He's very rich. I don't think he took a
I
salary, to
don't.
be
Yeah, I
honest with
don't think so. I'm not sure, but I think I heard that he didn't.
you. Yeah,
So
he
2005, New York City was an anomaly.
he invented stop and
New
frisk,
York City is an anomaly where it's a liberal city, but in those years between Giuliani and Bloomberg, they won the mayor, and they had it for like 20 years.
which is surprising because
New York
usually,
is not a
well, you
Republican conservative
yeah, but
stronghold.
usually in blue areas of the country, the big cities, they vote Democrat because you got the inner city folk, the minorities, and then you have in the case of New York, the Jews
They usually vote
historically
Democrat for whatever reason. I don't know why, but they usually vote Democrat.
vote Democrat. Yeah.
Yeah. But so that was what I'm saying with 2005. So that was New York City, but New Jersey governor 2005, John Corzine. Remember him? Remember
Yeah.
John Corzine?
Yep.
He won in 2005, Democrat, because do you remember the guy before him was a Democrat whose name was McGivney, something like that, Mc something.
Oh, McGreevey,
He
Jim
he
McGreevey.
resigned because he
Yeah,
had an affair with a man.
yeah, he came out of the closet towards the end. Yeah,
Yeah, I never knew that
that,
until I looked up this information on New Jersey.
and he resigned. And he resigned
He
because of that.
resigned not because I guess and theoretically not because he was a homosexual, but because he cheated on his wife. So in politics terms, if you
Uh,
commit adultery, it's grounds for resigning from public office. Adultery is
that doesn't make
you
sense.
can't
What
do
what
it.
does that have to do with your job
It
performance?
doesn't really, but it's like they publicly shamed the family. It's
You know what that reminds me
It is.
of?
That's what it is, man.
It reminds me of the Miss America pageant. They have to be
Hmm.
pure. They can't have no scandals whatsoever.
No.
And what happened was Vanessa Williams, when she won Miss after she won Miss America, she did some kind of risque photographs or something, and she had to give her crown back. She did something
So
risque.
going back to what I was saying with New Jersey though, McGivney,
Yeah, McGreevy,
he
Jim McGreevy. Yeah.
McGreevy, he he had a guy. I think he was actually like an Israeli government agent. They say Israeli. So look at that. Wow.
Wow.
Um, he was going to accuse McGreevy of sexual harassment, and basically, if McGreevy would agree to resign the governorship, the Israeli guy would not press charges on sexual harassment. But McGreevy had to, go on stage and admit that he wanted to be with another man.
He was actually a good governor, Jim
I
McGreevy.
don't know.
No, he was smart.
How
Yeah,
many
he.
terms was he in there? One or two?
I think just one. I think it
It
was
sounds
just
like
one.
quite a scandal was going on.
I don't remember who his lieutenant governor was.
New
That
Jersey
took
didn't
over.
have a lieutenant governor. That's another thing that I found out. New Jersey at the time did not have a
They
lieutenant
didn't have a lieutenant
governor
governor.
position. They had during the election of '05 for governor, they put a referendum on asking if New Jersey should have a lieutenant governor, and the people voted for it. And then so in 2009, the following election, when Christie won, then they voted also for a lieutenant governor to then join Christie. But in New Jersey, the governor does not run with the lieutenant governor. So you can have a governor of one party and a lieutenant governor of another party because it's two different races, two different, electoral races.
Well, if something happens to the sitting governor, the lieutenant governor would step up and
Right,
take
where
over.
before there was no lieutenant governor in New Jersey, so when McGivney gave up governor, it went to I think it was the New Jersey president of the Jersey Senate or something like that, one of those positions. And so basically that opened up their eyes to say, well, let's put a lieutenant governor position in case this happens again.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be the same party. So like in New York, I think I might be wrong, but I think the governor and the lieutenant governor, for when they run for election, they run together. It's not two different races. But in New Jersey, it's two different races. So you can have like the Republican um, candidate for governor could win, but then you could have the Democrat candidate for lieutenant governor win, and you could have two different parties governing. So that's a little different in New Jersey that I saw. I thought that was
Doesn't make
interesting.
sense. Yeah, I mean, what you just explained was interesting because it involved some research and some deep thinking.
Yeah, I mean
And
nothing too much. It's just light, light breezing through. You know what's a good resource to use is just Wikipedia. If you go to Wikipedia and you look up anything, people
yeah, it's
people
true.
disparage it, but it's a great first resource. And then what it has, Wikipedia is sourced. Like uh, almost after every sentence or after every paragraph, they have sources
Oh,
yeah,
citations.
on the website that you can just click on that link, and it brings you
Yeah,
to an article, a newspaper article from like back
yeah,
in like
it's true.
2005, right, right to the source of where this information is
I
coming
used
from.
to look. I used to look up famous pro wrestlers on Wikipedia and find out where they're from,
Anything that you're
where
interested
they
in, it's
grew up.
there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
But
it could
but
be.
if you ask any teacher, any establishment, high school or college teacher, they disparage Wikipedia. They say you can't use it, this and that, blah blah blah. And the reason why is because it makes it too easy for the student to research. So,
Well, plus the students are using AI too.
well,
That's
now they
another.
do. I mean, what I'm talking about when I was in there, there was no AI when I went to college. But the professors would do nothing but disparage Wikipedia. And I mean, honestly, Wikipedia can't be used as a source, but it's a very good place to go for
Your first is
first outline of kind of the framework of what you're looking at. I guess you can say the topic,
yeah. Well, it's
and
it's
it's
for the
sourced.
most
It's
part.
sourced.
Well, for the most part, it's very accurate and very comprehensive and detailed. But sometimes there's an
But
error,
if you don't believe it, it is sourced. You can check out where they're getting that from.
like when I looked up pro wrestlers. Let's say at one time I looked up Freddie Blassie. Now his name he's um, he was adopted. He's from St. Louis, Missouri,
Classy Freddie
and his
Blassie.
classy Freddie Blassie. His real name is Frederick Blassman.
Alright. That's pretty
Blassman.
close. That's pretty close.
He's a yeah, that's his real name. He's a
Hmm.
Hungarian American descent, and but Wikipedia says Frederick Blassie. No, that's
Well,
not
I
his
mean,
real.
yeah. So it makes mistakes. It does happen.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
real last name is
yeah.
Blassman, and that's where they got
It makes
Blassie from.
mistakes, but it's
Now,
also it's making mistakes from where it's getting its source material from. So
right now,
If Wikipedia is wrong, that means the source that it got it from is wrong.
it's true. Ric Flair was also adopted from St. Louis. No, his adopted parents are from St. Louis, and then they moved to Minnesota after they adopted him. And yeah, so you know what? It's very interesting if you want to research any topic.
Right.
It could be a
Anything at
particular.
all.
It could be a
It doesn't
particular
have to be
animal.
wrestling related.
It could be a plant. It could be anything.
It can be the
Anything.
flat Earth, but you don't want to do that because that would be stupid, right?
No, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the Earth is a frisbee. It's just.
It's not a frisbee, and there's not
No, I'm
sea
not saying it is,
monsters
but
that
certain people
no
we know insist that the Earth is flat.
Leviathan. No,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
With Gilligan's
I
Island in the
like
back.
the choice of music though on his videos. I will say because the other one was a White Rabbit.
I like that
That
too.
was pleasant. Yeah, it was also a pleasant song.
That's a great slick.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Jefferson Airplane.
But he's just a maniac. Guy's a fucking maniac.
Yeah, this was his word. I don't care what the hell anybody says. The Earth is flat. So that means it's his way or the highway.
Yeah, that's not the. Who gave him this religious degree,
Yeah,
or what is it? Is it a degree or what is it
I
called?
don't know. I don't know what the
A
fuck it is.
theological what?
I don't know.
Like, does he
He
have
never.
the same amount of training that a Catholic priest would have who
No,
went to seminary for 7 years? Does Paul have
my
the same
listen.
amount of training as that?
My listen. The priest from my hometown who comes to the Jubilee of Hope every Monday and Thursday.
They're very
He
well trained.
he's an he went to seminary school to learn theology, philosophy, and scripture for 10 years.
10
He
years.
studied for 10 years. He says, he says, you could ask me any question about theology, scripture, and philosophy, and I'll talk. I can give a discussion. I can
I'll
debate.
be
I'll,
back,
I'll
James.
tell you. All right, go ahead. Intermission. Now it's time for a little intermission. Little Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. the only reason why I'm doing this is because my co-host went to the restroom. All right, let's see what do we got going here. Is this a troll or is this a normal person? From Twitch, Blockwork Orange. Oh. Stock. Barrel. Howdy. No. I what would you rather have me do? Well, now I'm talking to you. I'm waiting for my co-host. He takes long urinary breaks, or maybe he's depositing a little Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. Well, we're talking about politics before, and before that, we were talking about something else. We talk about everything. All right, so you're not a troll. All right, I'm so used to trolls. Uh, what's on your mind? What would you like to talk about? We talk about anything: dating, relationships, politics, uh, health, nutrition, fitness, religion, whatever you want to bring up. Oh yeah, that's because that's what I originally was doing the show about politics. But if you want
Okay,
to bring,
James. So I'm sorry to have went off topic before with what I was saying about the 2005 elections were very similar to the 2025 elections, and so even though Michael Bloomberg won as a Republican in New York City that year, in New Jersey, John Corzine won as a Democrat.
as a
Okay,
I'm Italian. As a Democrat, okay.
and then in Virginia, the Democrat candidate for governor won also. So it's very similar because just as George W. Bush won big time in '04, the following year in those three, or at least in those two states, you had a Democrat victory. Then in 2017, following Trump's first win, you had you had the same outcome. You listening?
I'm listening to you.
And then in 2025, which we are now, you had the same outcome again in New Jersey and in Virginia. So history repeated itself three times over 2 decades. So you can't argue with that.
No, well, you can't argue with history, with
You can't
historic
argue with
facts.
facts,
You can't
right?
argue with facts. I mean,
You can't argue with facts. So my point is also forecasting wise, it doesn't look good for the Republicans. It looks bad for them
well,
because so what happened in 2006? It was a blue wave, right? Big blue wave. What happened in 2018? Big blue wave. After the previous, presidential election was a Republican. Um, it's probably going to happen again. I would, and that's what I was telling Mick last week as we were getting close to finishing up. What I was telling him, it looks like the Democrats are on the rise.
well, it doesn't surprise me.
Right.
Look at the maniac that's in the White House now,
Well, who was in the White House before that? It was George W. Bush.
many Republicans are turning against the maniac. Okay, and the maniac is vowing revenge on any Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is
What's going on with Marjorie Greene? So is
well,
she just going rogue now?
no, yeah, she's well. She wants to expose the Epstein files, and
Yeah,
and
everybody says that, but do you think it's really true?
and
Or they just jump on this shit because it's a good
no,
political move, I
no.
guess.
The thing is that no one should be above the law.
No, of course not.
No, not a Democrat or a Republican.
No.
And if somebody is a pedophile, they should uh they should get
Do
justice.
you think they should rot in hell if they're a pedophile?
I think they should get a very long prison sentence.
Do you think they should just be killed? Let them rot in hell?
Some cultures would, but I think getting a very long prison sentence and knowing
Yeah, forget
how
about it. I mean, a pedophile, I think, why put him in prison?
well because inmates don't take kindly to
Sometimes they do, though. Sometimes they put him in, like,
maximum
what is
security.
it called? Solitary confinement. You know, there's these perverts who live for very long periods of time in jail. If you all think this is Republicans, now you're so far lost. It's insane. Well, yeah,
Republican,
there's a lot of insane things.
listen, anybody, a Republican is pro capitalism, and I am a
But
Democrat.
hold on, though. Let's not get
No,
emotional.
no, don't interrupt. This is my show.
We're not gonna get emotional.
No, don't do what Paul does. I said a Republican is pro capitalist, and capitalism, in my opinion, is the devil's econ. No, because this guy is trolling. He's insulting you. I'm reading what the
Well,
fuck
that's
he's
all
saying.
right.
And
It happens if you have a big
and I think
channel.
this is the motherfucker. I think this is the motherfucking troll from Brooklyn that knows Paul Anthony
Well,
Mantia.
I don't want to hear about Paul. I don't want to hear about Paul.
The magnificent Mantia
I
because he
don't want to
asked
hear
me.
about Paul.
Because, well, this person is trolling,
You can't
and
just
he
equate
asked me if I was,
him with Paul.
and he asked me if I'm telling you, I'm going to close the show. He asked me if I was Jewish. No, I'm not. I'm Italian.
Okay, yeah, James isn't Jewish. What? So what?
What is he talking about? It's the devil's. It's the fucking devil's. A cocksucker. It's the devil's economics. Okay, you're defending Republicans now, motherfucker. Look at this guy. Look, he's saying you're drunk, you're deranged, you're this. Look at this guy. Look at it. Look, he's typing 1,001 comments.
What did the last one say?
You're strung. He's saying you're strung out.
No, I think he's talking about you. Not talking about me.
We are infecting Republicans. Trump is paving the roads. So our fourth one.
I mean, James, if you're gonna get so upset by this guy, just to block him, block his comment.
He's a listen.
Block
He's a
him.
fucking
It's fine.
No, let me say what I gotta say. He's a fucking fascist.
All right.
That's it. He's a fascist. He represents a despotic fascist regime. Capitalism is the devil's economics.
Block his account so he
Let
won't.
me tell this motherfucker off because I have a feeling he's from Brooklyn or she's from Brooklyn. The fucking Zionist from Brooklyn that's trolling Paul. And Paul's got a huge lawsuit against you people. You
All
people
right.
have
I don't care about Paul.
Okay, all right.
I don't.
What is he?
I don't want.
What is this?
I don't.
Don't interrupt me so much.
So I can't talk at all.
No,
I
you can
can't say
talk,
anything?
but you're not letting me talk. I'm trying to. Supreme Court changed that. I'm trying to find out where this person is at. What are you talking about? We're infecting them first. Maxine has a puppy. Who the fuck is Maxine? Who the fuck cares about Maxine? No, I'm not trolling.
Maxine.
Republicans are getting infected.
You don't have to turn off the red light.
No. Republicans are freaking fascists, and anybody who's pro-capitalism is pro-fascism. You live in where? What is that? Mississippi? Well, then you're an evangelical.
No, I think that's Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Evangelical Michigan.
No. Then he's not an evangelical redneck from the
He
red
might be a
state.
Muslim. A lot of
He'll,
Muslims over
I
there.
don't give a fuck if he's a Muslim.
What do you give a
I
fuck?
literally, well, I'm not intimidated by these cocksuckers. I literally have more followers than you.
What?
I talk about politics and philosophy while
Oh,
gaming. So you're a punk.
James, why do you care what he says?
You're gaming. Yeah, you're a fucking punk. You're a fucking punk. What did I do? I'm trying to
That's
figure
what I
out what
said.
you're
Am
trying to
I? I thought it was Michigan.
defend. You know what? I tell you what. I don't even know why literally look at my stream. Why should I look at your? Should I promote your stream? What are you? How old are you? That you know that you're an expert at politics. Are you a right wing person? Are you a moderate? You're 29. Are you a moderate? Are you a right wing flag waver? Flag waving capitalist? Are you
James,
progressive?
why are you spending so much attention to this one commenter?
Because he's throwing 1,001 fucking comments at me. Look, it's like one
So
after the
he's
other.
demanding that you pay attention to him, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
A a view life more. Oh, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Philosophical. Go fuck yourself.
Block him. Block him, that's it.
Fuck you.
You don't have to see what he says. Block
No,
him.
I'm just gonna not acknowledge any of his comments.
Block it. Block it for 5 minutes.
I don't know. Let me see.
It's really upsetting you, I see. I thought we were just gonna have a nice, little talk. I didn't think it was gonna get emotional. That's what I was worried about with Mick. But Mick didn't even come on. I didn't think you were gonna get bent out of shape with politics.
Well, the last thing you were mentioning was the pattern of New York.
Yeah, and then it went south. I don't know what happened. I was just talking about a little
No,
strategy. A
no,
little,
this guy is instead of sending a paragraph, he's sending like
yeah, so
like short
you
little.
just gotta block him if that
He's
really
just
upsets you.
he's bombarding. He's
Yeah,
bombarding the
fuck it,
show.
fuck him, man, fuck him. Don't worry about it.
He
Don't
says
worry about it.
he says I'll leave.
You can leave him. That's fine.
Yeah, you
Whatever,
damn fucking
whatever.
right. I'm on Twitch.
Don't worry.
I've been
See,
doing.
you're feeding into him. What you talking about?
Let
Why are
me
you
let
talking
me
about Twitch
explain.
now?
Let me explain to him. If you check my YouTube channel, you'll see that I've been doing this since 2007, and I have done many deep subjects. And let me tell you, you don't know unless you have a high IQ, chief, and you know the U.S. Constitution forwards and backwards, then you know you have no credibility. You know, the only thing that counts is reality. That what is not your perception. Like a
The only thing
perception.
that counts is what happened, and that's why I was talking about the past when I was bringing up past election outcomes. Right, 20 years ago, you can't argue with 20 years ago, right? The results are the results, right, James?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I
It's
thought that would be an interesting topic to talk about,
it is an
and I
interesting
think it
topic.
still is. So, who won New Jersey governor in 2005? Which party? Which party? 2005.
I don't fucking
The
know.
Democrats, right? Just like
Yeah, well, I
John
remember.
Corzine.
I
So the same
remember.
thing
I
happened this
remember.
year.
You let me talk, please.
But I was
I
talking.
I remember Christine Todd Whitman. She was a
That was
Republican.
the 90s. So this is a little bit after that. a little bit,
Okay.
just a little bit,
So
not that
John
much,
Cor-
not that much after. Probably that
and
guy McGivney.
no, there was
He was
Tom.
there,
There was Tom Kaine. He was a Republican. Governor Tom Kaine was before Christie Whitman, but
and
they
then
didn't
Chrissy Women, and
Republican.
probably Tim McGivney.
Right,
And
in
then
the
and
Democrat.
then he came out as a gay man, so he had to give up. So he couldn't be governor.
New Jerseyites are strange people. They keep going back and forth. It's almost like they elect
Okay,
equal
so
amounts
James,
of
this happens in every state. You can't just say that I'm the only one saying it.
they're electing equal amounts of Republican governors and Democrat governors. They can't make up their mind which which way they want to
And
lean.
most states are the same way because they don't vote
Look,
for a party; they vote for a candidate at the
except
state level.
the except the redneck evangelical southern and western red states, the ones
Look,
that
James.
think that a fucking fertilized human egg is a baby. Oh, is that like a candle, a lantern? Do you put a candle in it?
Yeah,
Oh, looks
look
good.
who it is.
That's in that's Mary, baby Jesus, and Joseph.
And there's a little
And it's a manger. You guys see the
is it a steer?
yeah, yeah. It's a yeah. There's animals in a stable, so to speak.
That's where Jesus was born, right?
It's nice.
It's one of my decorations.
Look at this guy. Look at now. You know why I got upset. Religion is us grow
That doesn't
gross. He's
even
calling
make
it
any sense.
gross. It's gross.
What's gross? Doesn't even say.
He's a troll. He says he's not a
But you
troll.
haven't blocked him yet? I thought you blocked him.
First he says you're drunk. You don't know. Basically you don't know what you're talking about.
That's all right.
And
You
now
can
he's
say that.
saying talking about
He
religion
can
is
say whatever he
gross.
wants.
All right, just ignore him.
So did you block? You didn't block him. You didn't block him.
No, I'm trying
You're
to
trying to engage with him.
I'm
Well,
trying to not look at it.
why don't you?
I'm looking
Why don't you block him, James? That's the $64,000 question.
because I don't know how
You don't know how to. All right.
I don't know how to unblock people
Why would you want to unblock him?
in case he slips up and says something about somebody we know, and then he could use it in the courtroom.
I don't care about that. You care about that.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
You care about
Yeah.
Paul. I don't care about Paul.
No,
Paul is
unless
a nut job. I don't want to share this airwave with Paul ever again because he is a maniac.
all right.
He's going to talk about things that are wacky and I'll call them wacky to their face. This is just he says stupid shit
Now
and I don't think it deserves any attention. Anything that he says does not deserve
now
attention.
now this individual
Which
that's
individual?
this guy that's commenting. First, he calls you drunk, and then he says religion is gross, and then he's asking me if I'm Jewish. Which what the hell does that have to do with anything? No, I'm not Jewish.
It has to do with a lot though.
And then he says he's not a troll.
Maybe he's not. I don't know.
You know what I mean? So if somebody's full of shit,
Maybe Paul is Jewish. You ever ask him if he's a Jew?
I don't. You know what? I'm not a fan.
It doesn't. You don't think it matters, but it does. Especially the shit that he talks about. It does matter.
I'm not a fan because when my grandparents came here and they worked in the garment industry.
Yeah, look, James.
They were.
What is this?
That's a cross with a
Can you,
crucifix on
yeah,
it.
you tell what it is? So what does that mean?
That means your religion is Christianity.
And what does this mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
No, this.
It's a medallion. It's a
Hold
religious
on.
medallion. What do you want me to say? What does it mean?
No, hold on, James. What does this mean? Here. Can you see that?
No, I can't. I know it look. Oh, Mary. That's the Virgin Mary.
And then look the other side.
Why are you showing me both sides of a religious medallion? It's a medallion. It's a Virgin Mary,
Do you
Mary
know what that one's
medallion.
called? That's the miraculous
No,
medal.
I don't. No, I don't.
No, I'm telling you.
I don't
You,
know
you
what it's
said it was
called.
good to have some good Catholic talk tonight too, right? Did you say that before?
I said yes. It represents the Catholicism. It's a Mary and Jesus.
And then you said earlier tonight that it would be good to have some Catholic talk. You said too.
Yeah.
So I was
Not.
showing you a Catholic
Yeah.
medal that I have.
All right. No, no. I'm happy you did. You kept asking me, what is this? What is this?
Yeah, I thought you might know.
I told you it's a religious medallion of the Virgin Mary, and the other one is a cross. I'm, then
So
you
you
said,
see
look at the
you're
back.
very off put by this commenters. Why don't you just block him and be done with it?
Yeah. Now,
I don't get it. I don't get
now this is
why
proof.
you're getting upset by him.
This is proof that it's a troll. I am a fascist. I prefer white nationalists, but the Fourth Reich rises expect us. Yeah, he's a troll. He's probably from Brooklyn. He probably knows the fucking lunatic that should be in a padded room. Is this guy on the left retarded? So he's troll.
Who's on the
No,
left, me or you?
I'm in Michigan. Who? I don't care if you're in Michigan.
Michigan.
No, he's
So you know
resorting
what's in
to.
Michigan? They have a city called Dearborn, Michigan. That's majority Muslim, and it has I think it has a Muslim mayor.
Yeah, and they have a loudspeaker at sunrise that blasts.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard
I
that.
put it on the group. The video. It
It blasts
blasts.
the Muslim prayers, right?
Yeah, yeah. Early in the
But
morning.
it refuses to let the bells ring at the Catholic Church. It refuses to let the Catholic Church ring the bells, but they're calling out these Muslim prayers. I heard
Mhm.
that. Why are they doing this in Michigan? Why has that been able to happen? Because now they're going to do it in New York City with the Muslim mayor? Are they going to do that there too?
It's gonna.
I
I
mean, what the
predict.
fuck?
I pre-
Why did New York do that?
I
Why did New
predict.
York
See,
do
I
that?
can never say anything. I predict nothing but trouble.
Right.
I predict trouble.
Why would New York voters do that to themselves? Like, what the fuck happened to them? Paul's a fucking voter. He said he's not going to vote. And that's the problem. He's a fucking idiot. He lives there. He talks shit about things all the time on his TikTok channel, but he's not going to vote. That's my problem with
He
Paul.
told me he
That's
voted.
my problem.
He told me he voted. Don't drink so much because then you're going to get confrontational.
Well, he told me that. He said he wasn't going to vote.
Well, well. When I asked him, he says he voted. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know. I don't know.
But you were there the night that he said that he wasn't going to
Yeah, but
vote.
I wasn't holding him by the hand at the polls. So I don't know what the hell he does.
He says what he says, right? I take his word for you.
He
If he
never.
says he's
He
not
never.
going to vote,
He never showed me his ordained minister certification. I never saw it.
do you need to?
So
I mean, the guy's a nut job.
no, No, because he doesn't mention scripture.
But how quickly did he get that online degree and whatever the fuck he's doing? It's a bullshit thing.
Too
It's, a,
quickly.
it's it's way bullshit. He doesn't know anything about scripture. He likes to talk about the Old Testament. That's fine,
Those
but it has nothing to do with anything that's relevant to to being saved. Okay,
those people who go to
you're being lost if you follow Paul Mantia. I'll tell you that.
those people who go to seminaries, they spend many years of
He spent
study,
7 years at least.
at least. You mean before they go on to be ordained priests?
Yeah, 7 years is a long time.
Yeah.
You should talk to Father Jose about it. Yeah, he'll tell you.
Uh,
And I'll tell you, there was once a school at that parish that you go to. There was a school there.
yes.
There used to be young people. See that's the thing. There used to be young people in the area, and now it's only old people. They're all old.
Yeah, because they told me I used to go to the parochial school, to the Catholic school that was part of the
Hmm.
parish. When
You
they
met
were,
somebody who told you that?
yeah, there were seniors that said we went to the
So
Catholic.
what are they doing about the closing of the school? Are they stepping in, or are they just being bitches
Oh, we got
and
tons.
whining about it?
We got tons of forms filled out, like from
Okay.
parishioners.
Uh,
Parishioners.
good.
Got stacks of stacks of.
That's what you need. That's what you need. I'll tell you, James, here in Clearwater, in my parish, we have a lot of young families. There's a lot of vibrancy. You see it. You see it in the parish, and
Wow.
they have. I just went today. There was a talk. The deacon, one of the deacons, gave a talk on what actually happens in the mass, and he only got through like. So he was supposed to do the talk, like the whole thing, in just this one session. But he said he only got so far in 2 hours. That wasn't even like halfway what he was supposed to do. That he's gonna have to break up the talk into like 3 or 4 different sessions because there was so much to talk about and there was so much interaction from the parishioners that they wanted to talk to and learn about things. And I was there. It was great. It was fucking great. So it shows that there's a thirst and that there's a zeal for the truth. But I pray for New Jersey, man, because I know New Jersey has a lot of problems. There's a lot of old people in New Jersey, especially where you live, and their their children and their grandchildren have left the church. They don't go. They're not. They don't even consider themselves Catholic anymore.
Hmm.
I mean that's a shame. That's a damn shame. It's horrible. It's fucked up. That's fucked up. But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? That's those people's fault. Because why didn't they instill the faith in their own children, and then maybe their children would then continue the faith into their children, right? But it doesn't happen anymore.
No, they're
So
falling away.
you have parishes filled in New Jersey at least with old people. There's no children, so they can't have a school because there's no children there. How can you have a school with no children? I mean, that's
Oh,
fucked up. It's very
no,
sad. It's
no, we
very
have
sad
got
to think
no,
about.
we have a lot of young people going to the mass. There's young people going to the mass and young families with children. They're not all. It's not a nursing home, but the thing is that there are overall what they said was nationwide. a lot less people are going to the churches. Period.
And why is that?
Well, look at society. Look at what it has become. It's
What it
so
has to become?
it's so dysfunctional and often perverse. Look at the brain cell deficient idiots commenting here. That's proof how dysfunctional and
And that's just with opening up the chat for anybody to join in. You get a lot of riffraff, right?
oh yeah.
But that
Well,
goes to show you
yeah, but I know,
what we're dealing with.
but I know what the riffraff is because I saw comments that were made that about a certain someone we were talking about earlier that only I would know.
Hmm.
So in other words, they know of him, which means that they are trolls from Brooklyn
But
that will
James, you're
be
letting them annoy you more than you
they will
should
be
let them annoy you.
behind. I can never talk.
What do you mean you can
The
never talk? It's
lawsuit,
only me. There's nobody else
the
here.
loss, the lawsuit will put you motherfuckers behind bars when the
Why would
lawsuits
you say
are.
you can never talk?
I'm trying to get under their skin with reality. The reality is that they're in deep shit and they don't even
Okay,
realize it.
James. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, they're trolls.
Is there
Anyway,
anybody else out there that's talking? Only that guy.
no. There's others,
So
but they're
what are they?
trolling.
What are they? They're
But
trolling
but
too.
but they're trolling
That's okay.
also.
That's all right. What's going on?
Why is it okay?
Because it's interaction.
It's interaction when they're trying to insult you and I.
Do you? I mean, if you really care, then just ban him. Here's your channel. People have seen him on here. Okay, sure.
Yeah, but how do you know
Seen
about
Paul?
him? How do you know? I'm not talking to you, Ronnie. I'm talking to him.
Uh-huh.
How do you know about him being so insistent that the world is covered by an ice dome?
Who is him, or is he, or is him?
Because if I mention his name, you're going to say don't talk
Is
about him.
he who is him not to be mentioned?
You just told me don't mention his
Well, what
name.
about the commenter? What about him?
It has to. The comment has to do with the person that we were talking about
You
before.
can you can you don't have to ask me to say his name. It's your channel.
Yes, Paul believes the Earth is flat. Paul believes that God put a ice dome around the Earth and that nobody has entered outer space, and that the planets are fake, and he's out of his fucking mind. There has been space probes that have visited all the planets that we know of, and there's satellites out there, and the Earth is round. It's a sphere. It's not
So can we go
flat.
back to my original thesis?
Yeah, but yeah. Let's go back to all
So
right.
my original thesis that I was very patiently talking about, not regarding any of Paul's fanboys or anything, was the elections of 2005 are very similar. James, let's listen to this. Very similar to the elections of 2017, and they are also very similar to the elections of 2025, which we have just gone through. Which means the Republicans at the time were on the ascent off of a Republican presidential win. And the following year, in these key races, the Republicans lost. And this is not being mentioned on CNN or Fox News. This is my own, let's call them, what would we call them, James?
Trend, political trend.
Trending?
But no, it's more like Trump destroying. But uh, it's a
Trump
godsend that
destroying the party. Trump destroying the party that he resurrected originally.
yeah, well, I got news for
So
you. I
so
got news
Trump
for you.
resurrected the party, and now he's destroying it.
Yeah, I got news for you. The Democrats winning is a godsend because I listened to a talk show. What is it? The Tom Hartman show, where they explain that Trump wants to destroy Social Security and privatize it. So I would say Democrats winning.
That sounds like a wild claim to make. So I don't
It,
think that's true.
it sounds
I don't think that's true that
it
Trump's trying
sounds
to do that.
like that means Democrats
I mean,
winning.
that
Yeah,
nobody has ever said that Trump's trying to
I
privatize
put it
Social
on the
Security.
page. I put it on the newsletter censored page.
But that doesn't mean that is true, James.
Tom Hartman is a reputable progressive who has been around for a very long time,
Okay,
and
all
if
right.
I mean, if he wants to do that, I'm telling you, there's going to be a huge freaking revolt. I'm talking about
Yeah,
hundreds
I
of
would agree. I would agree.
hundreds of thousands of Americans. It's going to get violent. It's going to get violent. I'm telling you, mark my word. There's going to be a huge revolt, and this person who mentioned the Fourth Reich is on the rise. I would love to take him out on the battlefield, but
Who are you
I
talking
want
about?
hand to hand. I want the fighting like they did it during the Middle Ages.
What are
Where
you
they had
talking about?
shields.
The chat?
Yeah, I want to make them suffer. I don't want it
Who?
to be quick. When somebody says they're a capitalist fascist, I want them to
Oh,
suffer.
that guy. Uh,
I want them to suffer by my hands.
yeah. But you mean James? You have to be willing to actually do something too if you're gonna say that.
You want to see what I got? You want to see what I got?
I
I'm
mean, I
telling you,
believe you,
I'm
but
ready. What
I
do
believe
you
you.
want? You want me to how
I don't know. You're the
what
one
you,
talking like this.
you want me
I don't
to
know.
hey, I'm not a difficult person to find. You know, if somebody wants to get down and dirty, I'm not a difficult person to find.
Hmm.
You know, but it's not just like one person taking out a right wing motherfucker. It has to be on a large scale. You've heard of soldier ants in the Amazon jungle. One ant means nothing, but a whole colony is
So,
unstoppable.
how do you think, for example, they handled the French Revolution?
The French Revolution.
Yeah, you think that was handled well by the radicals?
Well, I'm not really
You're not
familiar
familiar
about
with the
the
French
French
Revolution?
Revolution, but I'm familiar about the czars and the czarinas during Lenin.
But not the French Revolution.
I don't know. I've heard of the French Revolution. But I don't know the details of it.
That was the first time communism was tried
Well,
in
uh,
France.
communism, the Soviet Union
You know what they did?
was not Karl Marx. It was not like
The
exactly.
French Revolution was before Karl Marx.
Well,
It
um,
was 1798, I think.
I
Karl
think
Marx didn't
I,
come around
I
until
think
later.
Karl Marx
They
was
wrote the book in 1848. Him
what
and Engels, the
Communist
Communist Manifesto.
Manifesto.
That was 1848. So the French Revolution was 17. I think actually 91. 1791 was the French Revolution. That was a little
All
bit
right. So
after the
what's
American Revolution.
yeah. Well, I'm just telling you, the Soviet Union became more like a military
Soviet
dictatorship.
Union
Became
was
despotic.
declared in like 1921, and it became a dictatorship. Yeah,
A military dictatorship. It went.
so it didn't work out.
It no, Karl Marx. No, it's not that Karl Marx didn't work out. It's that they corrupted it.
Well, it didn't work out in Russia, right?
No, because people are inherently sinful and corrupt. They corrupted the.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
exactly.
laughing. You're laughing
Exactly,
because
though. You're right. But yeah, people
uh,
are
uh,
inherently sinful. Yeah, they
Jesus
are.
Christ. You know where it succeeded? Scandinavian countries, Canada, and now Mexico. Well, let's just take Scandinavian countries. It succeeded. Whatever Karl Marx originally wrote, the Scandinavian countries took it, ran with it, and made it better. And I don't see any Scandinavians anxious to come to this shithole country of the United States of America.
Yeah, only the Latin Americans want to come here.
Yeah, because all the social because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris promised them kinds of
Yeah,
freebies.
yeah.
That's why.
They like that. They like the freebies,
Uh,
right? They vote for
yeah,
Ma'am Danny. Actually, in New York, you don't have to be a citizen to vote. That's what I was saying before too. The illegal aliens vote like 10 times. It was like just forget about it. Like, Slee was not gonna win. Slee was never gonna win New York. Yeah, it's
nah,
impossible. New York City is done, man. It's done. It's a
yeah,
shame. It's a goddamn shame. But
yeah. You
Ma'am,
see,
Ma'am Danny's gonna fucking kill that city. But
yeah,
it's not because he's a socialist. It's not because of that. It's because he's a Muslim. He's a fucking Muslim, and he is the mayor of the most important city in the country. I mean, this is our country, man.
well, let's
We're
see what
supposed to care
let's see
about
what
New
happens.
York.
Listen. He can't be that bad
We're
because
supposed to care about New York.
Bernie Sanders and AOC campaigned for him and endorsed him. So, anybody that AOC and
Listen,
Bernie
man.
Sanders likes
I'm a Catholic.
is all
I'm
right.
a Catholic, and Bernie's a fucking Jew, and AOC is just a bitch. And
No, no.
Ma'am Danny is a fucking Muslim. Like I'm not okay with
I
that. I'm not
All I
okay with
know
that.
is if he, as long as he makes his
Nope.
cabinet picks,
Nope. You
as
you you
long
might
as he
believe that,
makes
but
his
I don't believe
no,
that.
as long as the democratic socialism number one
He
democratic
uses
socialism
that.
number
He
one.
uses that Democrat socialism as that's his front. That's his front, but he's actually a Muslim jihadist. That's what he actually is. And
Let's
that's
see.
fucked up, man. That's fucked
Let's
up.
see.
That
Let's
is
see.
fucked up.
Let's see who he picks in his cabinet. If it's
It's
all
gonna be a
inclusive,
bunch of fucking Muslims. And would
well,
you
let's see
care
what
then?
happens. I don't know.
Would you
I
pay
don't know.
attention then?
He might surprise you.
No, he's not going to. The guy's terrible.
Now you see, this is a
I mean,
narcissistic.
Andrew Cuomo would have been bad enough. Andrew Cuomo's a piece of shit, right? He is.
Why is Andrew Cuomo a
You
piece of
know
shit?
why? Because in
Why?
that debate that he had with Mam Danny and with Sliwa, Cuomo started arguing with Mam Danny about how many mosques he went to visit to talk about politics with, because Mam Danny was claiming that Cuomo doesn't go to the mosques, right? In like the previous debate. So then this next debate comes around, and Cuomo was up there talking about I go to all the mosques and I talk to all the fucking assholes at the mosque, and Ma'am Danny's saying, no, you don't go to enough mosques. And my question is, as a white American voter, why is Cuomo talking about mosques when he's trying to be the fucking mayor? He's not talking about churches. He's not saying about any of the Catholic churches that he went to shake hands at. Cuomo is an Italian American Catholic, supposedly, but he's at least an Italian American who grew up as a Catholic, and he's not bringing that up at all. And he's talking about going to fucking mosques. He's arguing about it with Mom Donnie if he went to enough mosques. That is the most disgusting, pathetic thing, man. Honestly, in that whole fucking race, was that.
Well, I noticed they didn't give Curtis enough
Nope,
face
they didn't
time.
let Curtis talk. And when Cuomo was allowed to talk, he was talking about bullshit like this. Why should Andrew Cuomo, an Italian American Catholic, give a fuck about going to a mosque and asking for votes from a mosque? I mean, it's just pathetic that fucking Mamdani fucking won, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with New York that actually happened? It's so bad.
Well, just look at but you got to look at the people in the urban
The
areas.
people who are voting, like, what is New York these days? It's not me, and you can tell that because I don't live in New York, right?
Yeah, but
You don't live in. I don't
you
live in New York.
yeah, but I hear, I see, and I hear about all the riffraff that are there.
Yeah, because that's
So
what it
if
is
you're
now. So you're either a fucking faggot, what do they call it? A hipster bitch, a fucking metrosexual loser, a fucking cornball, um, that moved into Brooklyn in like the time when Bloomberg was there, and it was a good place to be, and you stuck around because you're just a loser. There's a lot of people like that. And then there's also a lot of immigrants that moved in. A lot of immigrants, man. Like, crazy amount of fucking immigrants in the past 20 years have moved into New York City. And they go for the Democrat Party. Well, I mean, and especially, obviously, the past, like, 2 years, which is just, like, illegal immigrants that live in hotels in New York. They live in fucking the Ritz in New York City. Illegal immigrants.
look
What
at
the
this guy
fuck is that?
do
They have
some fucking
socialized
research.
medicine. They're
Let
barking.
me tell you something. Socialized medicine is doing just fine in those countries. He's telling me to do my research. It's doing just fine. Healthcare is supposed to be a right, not a privilege. That's all I got to say to this person. Is a flag waver. We got all the cocksucking flag waving
Yeah, I'll
capitalists.
wave a flag. I'm a proud American. Here,
No, I'm
look, look, look.
capitalism is the devil's economics.
It's my
It's the
flag.
devil's
My flag.
economics. That's all right. You can wave it. It's the devil's economics. It was always the devil's economics since day one. No,
Now,
it's not.
capitalism and the flag are not
It was
necessarily
rigged.
the same. They don't
It,
have to be intertwined.
it was rigged for and by the top 2%, by the top 1%.
Capitalism
Not for
and being proud of the flag is not the same thing.
yeah. That's why the top 2% and the Republicans
James, you're
are
not.
anti. They're,
Listen.
they're anti-union because they
Nah,
want people to work for
unions are good. I'm not
starvation.
anti-union. I'm not
They
anti.
want people to work for starvation wages and no benefits and no retirement plan, nothing. They want to bring back slavery. You ever hear of JP Morgan? Well, I'm going to continue talking. You ever hear of JP Morgan? Uh, yeah, I never said that I agreed with Paul's rants. When over on TikTok, Paul insists that the Earth is flat, and that his words were, "I don't care. I don't care what the hell anybody says. The Earth is flat." It's in the Old Testament. Where? Where is it in the Old Testament? I'll do some research. Actually, let me see if I can. Uh, all right. Okay. Greetings, Mystifying Oracle. Welcome to my live stream show, Open Topic Talk.
Greetings, James. I'm ready to join you for Open Topic Talk.
All right. Now, I have a disagreement with someone.
Perfect.
Are
we starting with something current in the news or more general discussion tonight?
No, a specific topic. I'm debating with this individual that has crazy ideas about Christianity and about religion and about the Bible. And this individual, by the name of Paul, insists that the Old Testament actually mentions that the earth is flat and not round. Is there anything in the Old Testament that says the earth is flat or that the earth is covered by a dome made of ice?
No. The Old Testament never states that the earth is flat, and it never claims that the world is covered by a dome made of ice. Here are the facts without embellishment. No verse in the Hebrew Bible describes a flat earth model. Certain passages use poetic imagery, four corners of the earth, circle of the earth, etc. But these are idioms, not cosmological claims. Ancient Hebrew uses metaphor constantly. None of these lines function as scientific statements. The Bible does not describe an ice dome. The idea of a dome of ice is a modern flat earth invention, not a biblical concept. The word rakia, firmament, in Genesis 1 refers to the sky as perceived by ancient observers. It does not specify material, shape, thickness, or composition. There is no reference to ice anywhere in connection with the sky. Sorry? The Old Testament is cosmologically neutral. It does not define the shape of the planet. It uses common language of the time to explain God separating waters above from waters below. Symbolic creation order, not physical physics. Ancient Near Eastern texts outside the Bible describe detailed domes and flat earth maps. The Hebrew Bible avoids those specifics. No verse contradicts a spherical earth. In fact, Isaiah 40:22 uses the word chug, circle, roundness / horizon, which ancient Jewish interpreters often understood as spherical imagery. It still isn't a scientific claim, but it certainly isn't flat earth support. Bottom line, you're appropriating modern flat earth ideology back into an ancient to not teach it. The Old Testament contains zero literal references to a flat earth or an ice dome, and no credible biblical scholar, Jewish or Christian, teaches otherwise.
Thank you very much for your information.
Yeah, very good. Very good, right?
Okay. That's it.
That's that, right?
That explains it. That explains it that a maniac is a maniac and nothing but a maniac.
You can
All
only
right,
say what
getting
you
back.
can say, right?
Yeah. Well,
Our good friend Paul, not to name names, of course.
now getting back to the founding fathers. Now, they were plantation. There were wealthy plantation owners, right, that had slaves in the North, in the Northeast. Women, of course, only a white privileged colonists
A landowner.
could vote. Landowners could vote. They're the only ones that really had rights. So,
You had
in a
to own
way,
land. Yep. You had to be white.
yeah,
You had to be
yeah, that was
a man.
they were lily white honkies.
But you know
They
what?
were,
Maybe it was better, right? Maybe it was better.
they were WASP, white
They were
Anglo-Saxon.
smart about their votes, right?
Yeah,
When you
well, I'm
start
just
mixing
saying.
up the vote, you start to get a little wobbly out there. That's what we're dealing with
I'm
now.
not. Yeah, no, I'm not referring to voting. I'm not referring to voting in the political sense. What I'm trying to say is they would be considered the first um, top 1% oligarch in those days.
Oh, wow.
The white, the
Yeah,
wealthy
I guess. Yeah,
plantation owners, the fat cats.
fat cats. Well, there was
They were the
there was
first.
bankers back in those days. Not yeah, so that's a different class. The fat cats is always the bankers, right?
Well, the fat cats and the bankers came around, I
They
think,
came
during
around after the Civil War. Yeah.
the Industrial Revolution. All
Mhm.
that corporate shit
Yeah. The
started.
Republican
The,
Party. Yeah, right.
the Industrial
The
Revolution.
Republican Party from Lincoln on.
Well, Lincoln wasn't right wing.
Republican. What's his name? Lincoln was a Republican. The original
Yeah,
Republican.
but he wasn't a right wing, and neither was Teddy Roosevelt a right wing.
Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah.
He was progressive.
Yep.
Uh,
They,
Dwight
the Republican Party used to be the Progressive Party. That's what it was.
Even Dwight Eisenhower was
Yeah.
not a right
The
wing
Republican
extreme.
Party used to be the Progressive Party originally.
Yes, yes. Yes, that's true. That's true. And then it just went far right wing.
Well, which one went far right wing?
The ones now. The ones now. Oh, everybody that's under Donald Trump picked, they're all far right wing. Speaker, what's his name? Mike Johnson.
You don't like Mike Johnson? From Louisiana, right? That's Ron's state.
He's an extremist. He's an extreme neocon.
You consider him a
Just have to
neocon?
listen to him. What?
Would you consider him a neocon, Mike Johnson?
Johnson? Yeah.
Like, because neocons usually want more war. I don't
they
see
want to.
Mike Johnson
They,
like
they,
that.
they have a hatred for the poor. They want to
Well,
take away. They want to.
neocons love Israel.
They want to take away. They want to take away the life force from the poor and turn them maybe into slaves, or they want to put them in privatized prisons, which to me is not really legal. It's kind of racketeering. When you
No, that's
think
not what
about it.
neocons are.
They want
Neocons are more like pro-war, pro like Iraq War, George W. Bush.
Now, who are the Republicans that are obsessed with greed and capitalism and hate the poor? What would you call them?
What would I call them? Or
They're not neoconservatives?
no, they're probably just establishment conservatives or establishment Republicans. But neoconservatives would be George W. Bush, Dick Cheney,
Right.
Donald Rumsfeld. But nobody in the Trump administration, I wouldn't say, would be a neoconservative.
Now, Reagan was not a progressive by any means. He was anti-union. He all he did was complain about the tax and spend liberals. Everything was the liberals' fault. And,
Reagan, you talking
the
about?
yeah, the so on and so forth. But they've been talking the same shit. Hey, look, they prevented the FDR Second Bill of Rights, and I listened to the Second Bill of Rights speech, and it sounded pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
FDR's Second Bill of Rights, the Republicans shot that down.
When was that?
Uh,
The 40s?
yeah, the Second Bill of Rights would have protected pretty much the little guy from
Mm.
any, anything that would harm him or her.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, well, just like the regulations defang the corporations, like when JP Morgan was around, after he stabbed all of his buddies in the back and took over everything, like like J.R. Ewing in that show, he took over. They wanted child labor. They wanted child labor. They wanted to pay um, starvation wages that were pretty bad. And FDR started with the corporate regulations, and I guess in Social Security. I don't know. Okay, I guess Medicare came afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social Security was 1935. Medicare was 1965, so 30 years later.
Oh yeah, 30 years later.
Yeah.
Now,
That's a whole generation later, right?
now, yeah. Now, FDR and Truman were not angels. Um,
No. They weren't.
Actually,
Not
you
neither
know,
was Johnson, man. Who's fucked up.
putting first of all, they put Japanese Americans into concentration camps. Number one,
It was
and
more than
number
that, a
two,
lot more than that.
number two, Truman
They dropped the bomb on a Catholic church in
dropped.
Japan on purpose.
Yeah, Hiroshima and
It
Nagasaki, the
was
atomic bombs.
the it needs to be said that the what they were aiming for in Nagasaki was a Catholic church, and they aimed for that because they knew there would be a lot of people in that vicinity, and that was the government of the United States specifically aiming a nuclear bomb at a Catholic church.
Yep.
That was the government. The
Collateral
government
damage,
of the United States did that
kill,
to
killing
Catholics. So
innocent.
that's what Catholics need to remember about the United States is that it could be a sick government that would do that to you.
Murdering innocent civilians, men,
Yep.
women, children,
Yep.
old people. Not just why make civilians
Terrible.
suffer?
Absolutely terrible.
It's terrible. It's and Johnson with the Vietnam War, right? He escalated it, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Lyndon Baines
Lyndon,
Johnson.
and he was a racist from Texas, racist Democrat.
Well, George
Yeah,
Wallace.
I don't really like Johnson too much.
George Wallace was a very racist Democrat from Alabama.
Oh,
But
George, but wasn't he like at least honest about what he wanted to do?
yes,
George Wallace.
yes,
What
yes, he
so
was.
he said he was segregation now, segregation in the past, and segregation forever.
Yes,
That was his slogan,
and
right?
and what happened was after the civil rights movement, the Dixiecrats, that's what they call them, the
The
Dixiecrats
Dixiecrats
became
were in 48, but Wallace was in 68. George Wallace was 20 years later.
yeah, Well, the nickname Dixiecrats were just, you know, the
It was the
Democrats from
Democrats
the South.
that were not happy about a few things in the Southern Party, right? There's a few things that they were upset about, but that
Yes.
was in '48. So what happened was Truman desegregated the armed forces. So then by '48, he would have been going up for re-election after he did that, and there
Hmm.
was a lot of white Americans who weren't happy about what he did, right?
Hmm.
And that was just with like the armed forces
Yeah.
that happened. So there was a lot of tension all over the country, a lot, you know, like a crazy amount.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, when you think about it, it's just like amazing.
But the military industrial complex. I mean, Eisenhower was the first to really expose that publicly.
Hmm. I think there was other ones before Eisenhower, but Eisenhower was the first one to say it as president, and he said it
and
in his outgoing speech.
and he also was a very strong believer firsthand of extraterrestrials.
Now, so there's always that photo that gets thrown around.
Hmm.
It's of Eisenhower shaking hands with an extraterrestrial. Have you seen it?
No, but his granddaughter or great granddaughter, whatever, insists that Eisenhower privately, you know, during during family during family get-togethers. Yeah, he admitted to meeting uh, the head officers of the mothership or something from an extraterrestrial. We're getting a little. Actually, knock on wood, the internet connection hasn't been bad tonight. Now you froze up on me. Hold on, or maybe I froze up on your end. Just wait a little bit. Ooh, yeah, you froze up a little bit there, but
Yeah, you froze up too, man.
yeah, I know. If on my end you froze up, on
Yeah,
your end,
you froze up before I froze up, I would say.
no, yeah. But remember, last Saturday, forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, last Saturday was, I guess Andrew's taco soup was an excuse not to come on.
You know, send them a, I don't know, send them a
I did.
reminder or whatever. But if you know, whatever, it's cool. Who the fuck
You
cares?
know what,
Nobody cares, James. I thought
Jordy?
what my I know you don't care, but I thought my analysis, my political analysis, I thought it was a very poignant um
Observation.
there you go, observation. Yes.
No, I liked it.
Did you? Did you appreciate it?
Well, because it was based
On
on his
fact, right?
political, historic political
Political, but
fact.
it's fact. It is a fact. It is, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're telling the truth.
You know, remember back in 2005, it wasn't good for the Republicans. I think Republicans as a whole need to look back in time and look at the year 2005 and 2006, because Obama is on the come up right now. There's going to be somebody in the Democrat Party who's going to be another Obama. He's going to come out of nowhere, and it's not going to be Gavin Newsom. I don't think it's going to be him. It's going to be a different, probably a black guy, like an Obama, right? Yeah, that's what
No,
I think. That's what
yeah, but Gavin Newsom has a great look for a presidential
he
candidate.
does, but he's too white, he's too male, and he's too straight.
He's too male. He's too white. So which means that the Democrat Party is still controlled by PC
They
neoliberals.
have to have check boxes that and it sucks, man. Because
In other words, you can't be too macho. You can't be too lily white.
yeah,
You can't be too straight heteros. You
you
got to have a little.
cannot be to anything. And so
You can't.
if you're a man who's not gay, I don't think you can be a Democrat. Especially you can't run as a Democrat.
Then the Democrats are also um, don't have a bright future.
No, they don't.
I think both parties are shut.
Right.
Well, look at all the perverse pandering that the Democrats
Reverse
have.
pandering is disgusting.
Yeah, they pander. They're afraid to say no to any lobbying group.
Yeah, I don't want to take any part in that.
Why must these specific lobbying groups get special treatment except for Caucasian heterosexual Americans?
Caucasian heterosexual American.
Americans.
That's me.
Right.
That's what I am.
Exactly. You and me. We don't have a lobbying group
Mm. But do
because
we need one?
because well, you know what they'll accuse us of if we had a lobbying
That
group
we're racist.
representing. They'll say, "Oh, you're it's reverse
So why would
racism."
they say that though? What would be the reason?
They'll say, "Well, you people don't need a
You
lobbying
people?
group. You don't need it."
You people?
That's what they'll
You
tell
can't say
us.
that. You can't say you people. That's racist, right?
But yeah, but you know what they say now? Reverse racism doesn't exist.
Oh.
But that's a lot.
Oh,
But that's not
what
true.
does you people mean?
You people means, hey, you
Hey, you.
people. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
That's you
Yeah,
people.
you people. Yeah, what do you mean, you people? What about you people? No, you people are not you people. You people are you people. It's like, right, it is racist.
It's very
And
racist. Yeah. Mm.
could you imagine
It is
if
what it is, James. You know.
could
I'm
you
not
imagine if
surprised. I'm not surprised.
Could you imagine if there was a parade and going down Fifth Avenue to celebrate like European American as a whole, European Caucasian Americans? They would be complaining left and right about
I
that.
mean, I don't know. You gotta go to all the parades to find out. I heard if you go to all the parades, you get special privilege for certain parades in New York because there's so many.
They don't make a big enough deal out of the St. Patrick's Parade like
No,
they
they do.
used to.
They make, but it's not what it used to be. But it's still a big deal.
It used to be really a big deal.
It's still a
There's
big deal. It's big. It's big. Don't downplay.
there's
Don't downplay the St. Patrick's Day parade.
I mean,
I mean, maybe
even
the fuck
though
when the Muslim mayor comes in, he might just cancel it. I mean, fuck. What if that happens? What if the Muslim mayor cancels the St. Patrick's Day parade
Well, you
because
know
he's
it'll
a
happen.
Muslim.
Yeah, if that happened, then what's to stop them from canceling all the
Exactly. And so then when do we fight back? That's the question.
listen,
What
if all New
holiday
York,
does it take?
if they canceled the Columbus Day, even though Columbus was a scumbag, even if they canceled the Columbus Day
They
parade,
did. They already canceled
for,
it.
yeah, because
They
because
no, they said they canceled it because of the weather. It's bullshit, man.
now
That
because
wasn't why. That wasn't why. That
it had to
wasn't
do
why
with
they canceled it.
it had to do with Native Americans
Mm-hmm.
protesting. So, and then you have
Why they do that?
listen, how many white European parades exist
They don't
except
have white European parades anymore.
no, St. Patrick is the last
He-
parade for
oh, so
white
that's
people.
he's the last one.
He's the last one.
Fuck.
And what you got?
I didn't
Listen,
even realize that.
you got the
You got
Dominican parade,
Columbus, right?
Puerto Rican parade. You got the West Indies
Well, that
parade. You got
also
the
that's
gay.
why we protect Columbus. Also,
You got the gay parade. Well, is the Columbus parade still going on?
it should be. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It should be going on.
Uh, let me see here. They make these emojis so small. My God.
Yeah,
You barely see
Columbus Day Parade. Columbus Day
Yeah,
Parade.
well, if they're taking down Columbus's
Nah, but
statues,
we're not doing that in Florida, right? Do you? So, did you take down his statue in Jersey? Were you one of those that did it?
why would I take
I
down?
mean, wherever you live, I don't know. Just
I don't
everybody
know.
has a
I
different locality.
it hasn't been in
Uh,
since I don't watch mainstream news anymore, so I don't know if they took
So
down
I looked
Columbus.
up Edgewater, New Jersey, and on Wikipedia it says Edgewater, New Jersey is a very liberal area of the state. They always vote for the Democrats.
Well, we do have a Democrat mayor,
That's what it says. That's what it says.
Mayor McPartland.
And it says it's been since like 1988 that they have ever voted for a Republican. They voted for George H.W. Bush,
Oh, jeez.
and that was the last time. Crazy, right? George H.W. Bush.
Really?
Yep. Your
Oh, yeah.
your town of Edgewater, New Jersey. So what are you saying? Cheers. Oh, Ronnie in chat. What does it say?
Hold on.
They have
No,
socialized medicine.
fuck it.
I'm falling
Hey, Jordy.
asleep here. Oh shit. What does it say,
Well,
James? What does the rest of it say?
he would join, but he's stoned and drunk.
Oh
Yeah, but
fuck.
you'll be there next time. Yeah, but next time you'll be stoned and drunk because
Jordy, you're always stoned and drunk. It's alright.
last last time you said you were stoned and drunk.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So
It's not,
so you're gonna be
and I think
stoned
we
and
told
drunk.
him the same thing last time, right, James?
You're gonna be stoned and drunk every week.
Exactly.
So you might as well come on, stoned and drunk.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
No, but he's embarrassed, James. He's embarrassed.
What can I say? What can I say? But when he's stoned and drunk,
Jordy's he's a good fellow, right?
yeah, he's a good fellow. I sent one to Eric. I said, forget about Michael Hilton. He only
What
goes
does Jordy
solo.
say? He
He's
was
like
on
an ego
prior
management.
stream.
He was on a private stream,
Oh.
and then he fell asleep.
So was it on your private stream? The oil
No,
is
I
strong.
don't have a. The oil is strong. I don't know what that means, but are you talking about the cannabis? You smoking a cannabis oil?
Jordy, Jordy, Jordy. I don't know, James.
I don't go on private stream unless I'm having a private conversation with someone. Like Eric likes to discuss things on private streams, but
I feel like if it needs to be private, it's gay. No reason for it to be private.
well, it depends on what you're talking about and who you're talking about. A friend of mine, a an old longtime friend of mine, is married, and he hasn't. His wife stopped providing conjugal sessions with him,
Mm.
and he's frustrated. So he
Mm.
this office, the bank manager has the hots for him, and he ended up having an affair with her, a very torrid affair, and something like that would have to be discussed privately, which it was. But
Torrid
now
affair?
torrid, which
What does that mean?
that means they were really going at it.
Torrid?
So um, so now then she got really hooked on him,
Mm.
almost obsessed, and I knew that was going to happen. So then he felt guilty, and he says, "We got to cool it. We got to cool it for a while." And she got pissed, so she got really upset. But he has to see her all the time because that's the bank that his company deals with. He has to go to that bank,
Mm.
and he sees her when he goes to the bank.
Hmm.
So I knew that was going to happen. That's why I told him, don't eat where you shit, and don't shit where you eat.
Mm. 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 Now, James, how did you like where the topic was going before in the political realm when I was going over the 20-year difference between 2024 and 2004? Did you like that one, or it was too out?
You mean the cycle, the political cycles
Yeah, yeah, like
of like a time where Republicans were on
right.
a roll, and then
So
the
in
Democrats.
2005, when Bush was on a high, 2000 well he won in 2004, but then 2005 Virginia Democrats won, Jersey the Democrats won. So my point was that the same thing happened this year. And it sounds like a repeat of, if you look back as a political analyst, you look back 20 years ago, it looks like a repeat of that, I would say.
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting observation. But the Democrats are still the lesser of two evils, unfortunately. My grandfather taught me that. He says you'll get a handful of crumbs if you're bottom 98%. You'll get a handful of crumbs, and you've got nothing from the Republicans, but you'll get a handful of crumbs, which is
I don't know if that's true, to tell you the truth.
but
I don't know.
a handful of
I
crumbs.
don't know, James.
If you're an American, you'll get a handful of crumbs. But if you're an illegal immigrant
Yeah,
running
why
across,
are we giving illegal immigrants health care?
well, they're
What
giving them a lot more than
what's
a
up
handful.
with that? That's fucked up, right?
But they're giving the Obama and Kamala Harris was giving them a lot more
Why were
than a
they doing
handful.
that? Why?
Why open
Why
borders?
open borders? But you're even saying that even so when Biden was president, it was open borders. They had open borders, like everything was
Yeah.
just wide open. But when Obama was president, it wasn't all just wide open, right? It wasn't
No,
when
no, it
when
wasn't.
Obama was president. It wasn't like that.
Which means that Joe Biden sucks, basically, or he's the
Why would you
more
say that? That
because of all the chaos it caused, the open borders.
uh,
Plus, I don't like the
Joe
idea that
Biden.
he
Why do
was.
you think like? Do you think he
I
had
don't
any
like.
idea what was going on, Joe Biden?
There's probably others pulling the puppet strings, but
But Trump doesn't know what's going on. Like that's the thing. The difference between the two of them was it's like Biden was fucking old man and wasn't a believable guy, and Trump
so was
what
Trump.
was Trump? He's just everybody knows he is not a sock puppet like Biden is a sock puppet, and Trump is not that. You know, so it
Yeah,
was just like the two of them.
yeah, but Trump is nuts. Hold on, Jordy. I put the link above.
Jory, what are you doing, Jory?
It's got. Hold on, you're drinking too much, Ronnie. Your speech is slurring.
Me?
Yeah, take it easy. Your speech is slurring. It's slurring. Like um, Jordy. The link works. It works. Believe me. You know what? All right. Uh, Trump. Trump blurts out a lot of crazy stuff,
He
but Joe
does.
Biden is a sick man. I mean,
But you
he's
know
been
who
that way a long
used to
time.
blurt out crazy
You know,
stuff too? Eisenhower used to blurt out crazy stuff. So even back in the
no, really.
50s.
Yeah, but Eisenhower was not. He was actually quite a progressive Republican. His tax rate on the rich was beautiful. Was beautiful.
What was it?
It was like 90%, I think.
90%. It's a lot.
No, the
It's a
rich
lot.
paid. The
90%.
rich paid most of it. Well, how do you think the middle class was able to prosper back then?
Mm.
The middle class, a husband that had
Like me.
a full-time job,
Full-time job. I
a
have
full-time job, and the company took care of him usually for life. A man could
you
stay
got
with
a
one
pension?
woman,
Yeah.
and the woman can afford to be a
So the woman stays home.
homemaker. He put the kids through school,
Yep.
right? He was able
You
to.
have like 8 kids.
He was able to. Well,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. He was
Yeah.
able to. He was able to pay off the mortgage
Why do you
and
say
then
it's
some.
crazy?
Grocery. Who the fuck? How are you going to get laid if you're married with 8 kids? You got to make it. You can't even make appointments with your spouse. Come on, hey, come on, man. The kids will be. But could you picture all those kids knocking on your bedroom door? That mom, daddy, I'm having.
It's true though. It's true.
There's, there's a monster.
You
There's
can
a
you can
monster
do
in
it.
my closet.
You
Huh?
you can do it. You can do it.
Well, there is an old saying: if there's a will, there's a way.
Right. Right.
You can also
Hold on.
lock the door. Hey, check, Jordy. Check your Facebook Messenger. I put the link there. I put the link here. I put the link there. Who can it be now? Who can it be now? There's someone knocking at my door. Who can it be now? All right, let's see. Who can it be now? Who can it be now? All right, hold on. There you go. Live stream. Live stream. Live stream. Oh, who can it be now? Who can it be now? Well, I think it's time to that's pretty good, man. That's you gotta love technology, Gabrielle. I'll send you the link. Hold on. Okay, what happened? Oh, there he is. I wonder why he popped off. Who can it be now? Well, you know what? We might as well. We might as well. Oh, what's going on with? I heard the football stadium for the Buccaneers is not that far from Clearwater.
No, it's close. 20 minutes.
Yeah, Thomas Meadow.
Thomas.
Good evening.
Meadow.
Good evening.
What's up, Eric?
How are you doing?
Go.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. Ronnie asked me a question that you might be able to answer.
Okay.
He says that Mr. Miscellaneous is able to play copyright music throughout his live streams without
I
any.
have honestly no clue about that. To be completely honest, for somebody like Miscellaneous that goes live all the time, I don't think I don't know. I would be weary to want to risk that. Honestly.
Because I always get reprimanded by YouTube like within like a split second. I mean,
Yeah, I wouldn't try to. I wouldn't, unless that's your point, right? I wouldn't want to try to test the YouTube platform on what they
I
can
was
ban
just
me
saying,
for.
like, I didn't know, like, what the threshold is.
I don't know. Some people say it's like a couple of seconds. Some people say it's longer than that. I don't know. I just know. I know that. I know from experience. I forget when it was, 2023 or something. I was live. It wasn't a very good video, not the point, but I was live on stage with the band that I play in, and I got flagged for my own copywriting, for my own band's music. But luckily, I described in a nutshell to the platform when I what do you call it, disputed it, that I'm one at the time I was 1/4 of the copyright holders of the music, and they gave me back the audio. But you can't say that for somebody like Miscellaneous who's just playing music in the background, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
You know what?
Obviously, but I got away with it because it's my own music, literally.
I was just curious, honestly. Like,
I don't really know.
how he does it.
I think, you know what? I think a lot of people, I don't know, you'd have to go through his channel to really find out, but I do believe that a lot of people that do the live streams, whatever, they don't honestly try to keep the stream up, as like an archived video on their channel.
He
does.
He has all them archived on his channel. Yeah, which is surprising.
Usually people try to not.
Yeah, usually they didn't do that. But
yeah, that's what my solution would have been. Yeah, just do it anyways and then get rid of it.
That though, he has all of them saved.
I don't know.
He's different than other people. He's different than them.
I played the fifth.
There was some litigation settlement where YouTube had to pay out.
I don't know if it's a litigation thing.
No. Facebook had to pay out because of a lawsuit. One of the Zuckerberg bullshit scheme.
Eric, what do you say?
And let me finish my story.
English language in a minute.
He, you know how much money I received from the settlement, from the big lawsuit?
I'm gonna guess this.
$13 and change. It was
more than this. All right. Yeah, you got more than I predicted.
It was deposited in my PayPal account.
$13 and change.
I thought it was going to be like 130,000 to 13 million.
Well, what is it? $13 times how many people? How many people were involved? Like 287,000 plus people, right? It's a big settlement, but then you got to divide it
more than you actually should have.
I think it had to do with
probably
people's personal information being sold.
What was this all about anyway?
Like when Target got cacked.
Target, right? Yeah.
Yeah. To Ronnie's point, what was this all about again? What was the topic here? Oh, copywriting and infringements. Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah. No, that wasn't. That's not why $13. It was something Zuckerberg did.
He's done, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, 100%. I like Jody.
Nightmare, mate.
Hello, Jody.
Miss.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to tempt fate with copywriting.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to tempt fate with copywriting. I'm a musician, and I mean, I'm not trying to claim I'm a stickler about it because I'm definitely not. But like, from my perspective, I don't. Although there are common musicians that are known throughout social media as these copyright blockers, even if you're going on your own channel and you're using music and you're analyzing it, or if you're trying to use it in an educational way, say like the Eagles or the Beatles or Black Sabbath, even to a certain extent, those kind of artists will, you try to play their music, they will get you shut down. And even if it feels like even if you try to use it for like a fair use, kind of an excuse, they seem to really want to kind of block you. So you got to be very careful how you go about, even the band Queen, you got to be really careful how you try to attempt to use their music. If you're just using it and it's in the background of your video, you're probably still screwed, I would assume. I wouldn't tempt fate with the Eagles or any of their music. Hell no. They seem like they've hired people just to go around and look and see for copyright infringements throughout social media.
It's not worth it. It's really not worth the risk.
No, but if you're going to try to do it and you're a musician and you're like, I'm using this for an analytic purpose, well, then explain in your description of the video that you're like copy and paste the Fair Use Act and say this, I'm using this for critique and criticism purposes, and then like hopefully you're okay. But if you're just having it in the background, like I'm having a discussion where I'm critiquing and criticizing other things, well, the music has nothing to do with your critique and criticism, so that doesn't fly on that with that law in mind. You got to be
Yeah.
using the song for the critique or the criticism or the piece of copyrighted material. You have to use that as part of the critique and the criticism before you start claiming fair use. I had to complain once to YouTube. It was years and years and years ago. It had to have been 10 plus years ago, definitely. I was live with another buddy that used to be a part of our beer community. He was out live on his phone and he went into a bar and I got clipped for 30 seconds of Adele and they took down the audio. And I'm like, that was public. I can't do anything about public. And YouTube did give me the audio back based on my explanation of, you really going to copyright infringe me due to music in public? Are you serious, dude? And they gave me the
30
audio back.
For 30 seconds.
It was I forget how long it was, but Sony or BMG or whatever it was found and they give you and when they copyright violate you, they tell you exactly when they thought they heard the violation, at what time it was, and it was in the background at a bar somebody was at, like literally live. They gave me the audio back, but like principle alone, you can't control what's going on in public though. You're not trying to publicly infringe the artist by it being on in the background at a bar or some shit, right? Come on now. But there's a lot of people that do what's called bourbon hunting, where they go from store to store to store and they film the stores and they try to find really good deals on bourbon or whatever. A lot of people get weary about wanting to film in stores because sometimes there's the radio on in the background. They don't want to get copyright infringed.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was at a Labor Day weekend festival in my hometown, and there was a DJ, and they totally removed the entire
The audio in your video? Oh,
the audio. YouTube removed
yeah.
completely the entire audio of the entire video, and it was, nobody was making money off it. What's that?
You can't even read this beer. No, you can't read this beer.
You gotta take the mirror off. Let me see.
Take the mirror. There's an application, or there's a part of this setting.
Hold on.
I think I've done this once.
There we
I think
go.
I've done
Show
this
it
once.
No, show it now.
There we go. I got it now. I mirrored me.
Unmirrored it.
I think I just did that. Yeah. There you go. Oh yeah.
What does it say?
It says Morning Prayer. This is a beer by
Morning prayer.
yeah, MOURNING. Morning. We're morning with a prayer. Northeast, a lager by Widowmaker Brewing Company in Braintree, Massachusetts, and the Brighton neighborhood of Boston, Massachusetts. This is a 5.2% lager beer. There's a little bit of a piney, lemony note to this one. I don't know why I don't know what makes it northeast, but yeah, definitely if you're in New England or within the distribution that gets Widowmaker, please get it. I think it's one of the better breweries. They're very centric on the IPAs and stuff like that. I guess they do some darker stuff.
New England.
Never goes to New England.
Okay.
No.
Is that a guideline or more of a rule, or was that optional that you don't go there?
I feel like I just never go there. I never go to New England.
Oh, you're literally in general. Okay.
Yeah.
I went there every October for Halloweeny up to Salem.
James goes to New England.
That's a tourist trap. I don't even go there.
And we
That's
stood in
Tourist. It's pronounced
We
tourist.
stood one in Saugus and at Kelly's famous roast beef.
the
beautiful.
famous roast beef, Eric.
Famous. But all the roast beef places up there.
He
said
even had the
you're
roast
famous.
beef.
I made one of those sandwiches for lunch earlier, but that wasn't as good as that. He's all like, orgasm. What? Then he does this.
An orgasm. They had the horseradish sauce.
Now, what is the
I
thing
got
they
so-
say with the Who's? They even had the roast beef.
Yo, the Who's in Whoville. Yeah.
The Who's and Ho. Yeah,
The roast who beast or something.
that's what
Now in
that's what I was
Chicago-
talking about. The Who's in Whoville.
In Chicago, they have what they call the big Italian beef, but that's a hot roast beef sandwich. But
The
with
big
melted cheese, with a lot of
The
melted
big
cheese.
Italian beef. Oh.
Yeah, no, but it's a hot roast beef with melted cheese, usually provolone or mozzarella, and they dip it in Anjou, which is like the drippings.
Isn't that the nickname for James Gandolfini, the big Italian beef? No.
Yeah, and a big Italian beef. Yeah, yo, a big Italian. No, they put the Anjou is the drippings from the beef.
Anjou.
Well, it's
Ah,
spelled. It's a French word. It's
Anjou.
spelled Jus on. But they dip it in the drippings.
I
the
definitely
whole,
had yeah. The French dip sandwich. Oh, but you're saying
Yes.
they actually dip the whole bread. I've seen that before. They dip the whole sandwich, or they dip the whole roll in that thing.
But this is not.
Yep.
This is not.
It's
This is not Arby's. This is real.
no, it's not Harvey's. Oh,
We
but
got the beef.
by the
We
way,
got-
what I was gonna say was you talked about the horseradish sauce. I got actually a bottle of horsey sauce in the fridge from Harvey's.
Oh, you like that? I'm squeezing the bottle. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else.
I feel like I'm Catherine Zeta-Jones in that movie Entrapment when you ask, you like that? No, I'm not answering that. I'm getting entrapped.
Oh, I tell you, I think you cross.
But yes, I like that stuff.
I think of you when I go to the Japanese place over here and have
Ooh.
a big bowl of ramen, hot and spicy ramen.
I had a poke bowl for dinner earlier.
Yes,
That's like a deconstructed. That's like a deconstructed sushi where you got the rice on the bottom and all your ingredients on the top of it. That's the Hawaiian way of kind of doing it, but it's very similar.
It's not invented in Japan. It's invented in Hawaii, and it's
They called it a Hawaii bowl, the one I had. Yeah.
It's like a sushi salad. It's
Yeah, it's like the taco bowl equivalent of sushi.
This is called Poke Zone. This place, Poke Zone.
Oh, cool!
And
Like Pokemon.
Got to catch them all. Got to eat all.
Is it,
No,
what you're
it's
saying,
not.
is it like Pokemon?
No, Pokemon is like I don't even know what is it? A cartoon? Pokemon?
Yeah, it's a cartoon. Yeah.
Well, they don't poke each other, but
They poke me, man.
They Pokemon.
now
Yeah,
the
they do.
poke
They do.
They have many different styles of poke bowls.
Oh, jeez.
And
Oh yeah, it's just Poke Bowls, but I'm
But
talking
I-
about the Pokemon.
I get the what do you
Eric
call it?
knows.
I get the sushi rolls, the tekamaki.
I got a binder of the cards from when I was a kid. Wow.
Mm.
Jesus.
Hey, the
Cards are falling out. Whoa.
Look at the
Hey,
cards,
Poke-
Eric's
See the
card.
Pokemon. I got you on the full screen.
Well, the cards are about to fall the hell out. This binder is gonna rust over. Holy shit.
Let me see.
Okay.
See the
Let's see if
All
Pokemon.
I can do
What do
this.
we got? What
Let's
do
see
we
if I
got?
can do this. Oh Jesus. This is from back when I was a
Is it
kid.
Pikachu there?
Oh, he's somewhere. Jesus,
Oh,
I got all these.
Holy shit.
Oh, this is like 20 plus years
Well, you're
ago.
not, Eric. You're not showing anything. You're just.
Hey,
You gotta
No.
show it a little bit.
there we go. The Pokemon.
Oh
Eric, did you work this out?
no.
All right.
Nah. Anyways, there you go. Who wants to?
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh,
Who wants to buy these cards? Nobody, because they can't see them.
Eric, you have
not working this
failed.
out.
You failed, Eric.
Well,
What are you doing?
I failed. Oh well.
You failed. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't. Nobody wanted to see this anyway.
No. boy.
You happen to say Pokemon. I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
This is what
Eric.
we like to call
No,
a tangent. We went on one with Pokemon.
Eric, I'm totally sorry about that. Totally sorry. That was not necessary to
The
happen.
Pokemon.
Wait a minute. Why did that sound like Marlon Brando there?
That was James.
These Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch Jamal. Wait a minute. What?
Eric, I'm so sorry that happened. I
Oh, I don't know. $20 buys the whole blender. Who wants it? Go
No,
contact James, and he'll give
no,
you
but
my email
nobody
address.
is ever gonna buy that, and nobody ever is gonna buy that.
Hey, you never know.
You
We're
know
not
they
in
have
that community really anymore. Huh? I don't know what shit's worth. I'm not in
you
this
know they
community.
have a
They got a rule book. You can learn
you
the
know
rules
they
too.
have a they have an app that scans coins and tells you what they're worth.
They got an app for everything. Oh.
I don't believe James anymore. What makes
You
me
showed me
believe
that.
this?
You showed me that app before, James.
Hold on. What makes me believe James?
Did I?
Your conscience. Let your conscience be your guide. Didn't Jiminy Cricket say that one? Hey, look. Wait a minute. There you go.
No, I got to
I got
show
like
you guys
4 of
something.
them or something.
This is an
You show me.
this is an old local show called the Uncle Floyd Show, and this for some reason this episode cracked me up. Let me see.
The Uncle Floyd show?
Yeah, he was a local character. He's a comedian, a musician, but he had a real funny local show.
Oh, ow.
And, hold on, I just want.
Uncle Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah.
No. You got to punch you out, sir?
Hold on, I gotta make sure.
Uncle Floyd Mayweather.
Uncle Floyd Mayweather.
Uncle Floyd! Uncle Floyd!
All right, hold on. Now he has a puppet named Oogie, and you know the beauty of having a puppet is that you can blame everything on the puppet. You know,
Oogie?
yeah, the Oogie. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if it comes up. Okay, here we go. The Oogie. Hold on.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm Uncle Floyd. Oh, here we go. And right now, I have to find out what happened with Oogie.
I was just you know, our neighbors had a little baby.
Oh, well, what's the baby's name?
I don't know. I can't understand a thing it says. I can't understand.
Well, you know, once I was a bouncing baby boy. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. Too bad you bounced on your nose.
Yeah, well, that's.
One good thing about babies, they all think Skip Rooney's jokes are new.
Yeah, well, that's they.
They do.
Well, what's all this talk about babies? I don't know why you want to start the show with all this baby talk.
Well, everybody had their show. They were bringing in their baby pictures and stuff, and no one asked me to bring my baby picture in. No one even.
Looks like Jordy.
So I guess nobody wanted to see it. No fans wrote in or anything. Oh, we want to see it. Oh, you want to see it? Yeah. You sure?
Yeah, did you bring your baby picture?
Yeah. It's over here. This. That's me, the third branch from the bottom on the left.
Jeez.
Right over there. This is my family tree.
Yes, I understand.
We were in the original cast of Roots. You see, we start right down there.
Never mind. That is the worst joke I ever heard. Now we have to start our show right now. We don't have time for this nonsense.
That's my family tree.
Now, what does that mean exactly?
Well, he's a puppet. He's made of wood.
Yeah, all right. So what does that say? Where's your family at? Eric says it doesn't make a difference. Right, Eric?
The Fifth Amendment protects me against self-incrimination there, Ronnie.
The third branch from the bottom, that was me. Family tree.
Third branch from the rock? From the sun?
We were in the cast of Roots, and there's the Roots that are below the corny jokes. But the funniest one is when Uncle Floyd says to Oogie, "What do you got there? You got a book of birds. Why don't you tell everybody, you know, about the birds?" And so he would name each bird and turn the page, and then he got to the last page. He goes, Oogie says, okay. Floyd says, "What's the last bird in the book?" He goes, I confused. I'm confused. Why? Why are you confused? Well, it's called the cock of the rock, but how could it be the cock of the rock if it has no rock and it has no cock? Now, this was a children's show. This was a
No
children's
rock
show.
and no cock.
And no cock. So
Well,
how
I
could it be-
mean, that's kind of like the Flintstones saying we're gonna have a gay old time. Words taken out of context entirely.
right. But the thing is that it's out of context, but because it's a bird,
A
you
pecker?
can't get in
It's a
trouble.
bird.
Well, they didn't call it a pecker, did they?
Yeah, like a
What
woodpecker.
they call
like,
it?
Yeah, right.
What they call it, James? A bird?
Yeah, pecker jokes, and you show a picture of a woodpecker. You can
Woody
trouble,
woodpecker.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
woodpecker.
How lame can you get? Any more lame than that? Woody woodpecker.
Woodpecker hard cider from merry
Woodpecker
old
was probably the
England.
lamest you could ever do, right?
Woodpecker.
Woodpecker.
Well, they mix
Hard
So
cider.
what else? What else would you do besides that? Fucking a woodpecker. Like, what are you doing?
Fucking woodpecker. And there's a statement for the century.
James, what do you say?
They mix the woodpecker hard apple cider with Boddington's with ale. Boddington's ale. They put a
A
steak.
black and velvet or something. Black and gold, or what do they call that?
James is in charge of the Women's Council.
What
He's the
council?
president of the Women's Council.
The women's
Is that okay,
council?
James? Can we appoint you to that for this?
Is a women's council? There is one in particular
there's
that
one
all
wom-
binds.
There's one Women's Council that
I don't wanna
James
be
is the
in charge.
president of the Women's Council.
I don't want to be in charge of a women's council.
You're not in
because
charge. You're just the
I
president.
can't deal.
That's all.
No, I can't deal with the illogic of their way of thinking.
I told them they have to listen to you. I told them that. Originally, they have to listen to James.
But they'll drive me nuts because they keep on they twist and they
These fucking
gaslight
bitches.
and
Right,
I rather talk to guys that are
yeah,
because
you're
they
right,
think
you're right.
logically.
Yeah, yeah.
Except guys that bust balls like Ronnie S. There when he
Well,
when he
some
drinks.
of them are not. Me?
No,
Ball
when you have
buster.
drink, you because you're doing it now. You go, yeah, right, yeah, sure, yeah, right, yeah.
What are you
yeah,
talking
sure.
about?
No,
Me?
you just did it.
You're talking about me, right?
Monkey
You
in
said-
the middle. No.
You said, yeah, sure, yeah, right, yeah, sure.
Monkey in the
When you-
middle. What's that about?
I didn't call you that.
Hey,
No.
come on,
No, I'm
guys.
saying, if I'm in charge of a women's council, I got to deal with their ways, their personality, their way of thinking. If I had said when I talk to dudes, their thinking is based more on logic.
I don't know. Sometimes their man card needs to be revoked, especially around the holidays when they're watching the Hallmark film.
I wouldn't agree with that. I wouldn't agree with that.
Snip that card up, baby. No,
I wouldn't
Hallmark
agree
channel.
with that,
What the hell?
Hallmark,
I wouldn't
can't.
agree with that.
That's
Yeah.
too sappy for me. Hallmark channel. That's
Yeah,
too
I
You
don't
sappy.
know-
guarantee
I don't
4
know
minutes
what
before the
Eric-
movie's over, they're gonna kiss and make up, and they're gonna get married, and it's snowing outside. And if you cry as a man, you need to get your man card revoked on that. I
Wilbur.
Jeez.
When did we get so out of line, James?
When it was an open topic talk since 2007. Since 2007, that was a long time.
When did this happen, James?
When did it happen?
2007, apparently.
This is
Dating game. Wait a minute.
reprehensible, Eric.
The dating game theme
Referee.
song.
I do Wild Card Wednesday. That's freeform. That's sort of like this, but with the beer, wine, or spirit.
James, do you hear what he's saying?
No, I heard Wild Card Wednesday, a fine show.
I said this is kind of like a Wild Card Wednesday, where you have where it's free
James,
form. You can
he's
it's open
cheating.
topic.
He's cheating, James.
Now, Alex the beer masturbator, how is he doing?
He's okay.
Is he put on,
He's the same.
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
okay.
still
He's
eating
okay.
that garbage junk food?
Probably. He doesn't look any bigger than he ever did. No, he looks the same. Honestly, is what I'm getting at. Whoa, there they go. Is that the dinner bell?
I think it is.
When you went to Memphis, Tennessee, in the hotel, hey, bellhop. Hey, no, I carry my own bags. I don't want to tip you.
I stayed at the Hilton, but I carried my own bags. So.
What is that stuff? Oh, the dating game.
Yeah.
Mm,
He already got winded. Oh. You got BC beer reviewed. We love you, BC.
Yeah, may you
well,
rest in
we love BC, right?
may you rest-
Hell's friggin' yeah.
James, you remember BC?
Yeah,
Of course he does.
I did barbecue shows with him until he decided to use his crock pot for everything, and then it just went downhill.
You know what, James? You should have saw at that point what he was doing. You know.
No, I knew he was headed for trouble.
Yeah.
I knew it. But you know what happened when I tried to talk to him? He got defensive. He got mad at me.
Yeah.
And he started saying, I do what I want. Nobody tells me that I need to do this and I need to do that. He started getting very defensive and confrontational. And I said,
It might have
okay.
been what killed him. We don't know.
But I saw what he was doing, I mean, between his diet and the hard liquor and the smoking and the
It's hard on your heart.
I guess he had emphysema or something. He kept
Oh, definitely. Unfortunately,
We don't know because
Yeah.
we are not close.
all
to
we
his
all we knew from our standpoint was, and I'm not trying to be. There's no negative Nancy here. There's no finger pointing. That's not the point here. But all we knew was on a lot of people's streams, he had to mute his microphone. He had to turn off the camera to go and have a massive coughing attack. That's all we really knew, honestly.
And then
Speculate
besides
what it was
that,
from.
there was besides that he did take part in a lot of
Yes.
streams. Besides that,
Oh yeah.
Besides what you're saying,
But he'll talk
he
for
took part.
30 seconds
He
to
would
a
talk
minute, and
for-
then he'll go and start
Yep.
hacking. He'll have a coughing attack. He couldn't talk for long, and then he would pass out.
100%. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he passed out more than once on Ronald's show, But the
But
poor
yeah,
guy,
He
yeah,
did
just
way
tired
more
after
than
the-
just
just
pass
tired.
out, though. Like he did
Yeah.
way more than pass out.
And then if you try to have an intervention with some people, they get very defensive and they don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like you're personally attacking them. Yeah. It's
So
not.
I don't know. Did that happen this time with him?
Happened multiple times on a James show with the coughing attack. Yeah, I was there
Oh.
multiple times when that happened. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
okay.
he did it all. He did it a lot.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he
so what do you
turned red.
what do you guys think now with the coughing?
Well, he's deceased. I mean, we tried. His
That's it.
friends tried. And,
His brother
so
did.
he-
His brother tried. Yeah. His brother was the one that put together the GoFundMe so that they could do something akin to I don't know what they did, but the way that I envision it is something, I don't know what, but something akin to a funeral and doing something for the family. And a lot of people in our community and his friends and his brother's friends, I think, donated to that. And I personally, I think his name is Justin. I personally reached out to Justin on Facebook and said, I appreciate what you did for your brother. I want you to know that on behalf of the rest of us that knew him from the craft beer side of the social media. I never heard from Justin after that. I never heard him, but I just wanted to tell him that I was very appreciative that he did something like that. That we could contribute in a way to somebody that we were friends with in that community. Yeah.
His name was Christopher Nichols.
Yep.
Christopher.
Yeah, Justin Nichols. That was his brother. Yeah.
And his brother was Justin Nichols.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, he was 50. What was he? 51? Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah.
He had a really nice smoker out there, smoker grill, man. He
in Michigan. Yeah. He lived in Michigan.
Yeah, and he was making smoked ribs, and he was doing a lot of good stuff with that smoker grill. And I just remember, well, of course I have it on my YouTube channel, but I have fond memories of when he was,
my fondest memory wasn't even from beer necessarily. What was him? He must have done a short video saying he went to Detroit with his brother Justin, and they went and saw a screening of the Wrath of Khan, their Star Trek movie. And after that movie, there was a Q&A with William Shatner himself. He was all happy. He was like, thank you to Justin, my brother, for taking me to that. I remember that he seemed like he was in a very happy vibe with that after that.
So
I would have loved to see.
The Wrath of Khan movie when they brought back Ricardo Montalban to play Khan.
Yeah.
And William Shatner was there at that event
in Detroit. He was there for a Q&A after the screening, apparently, and Justin and Chris BC went to that. And his brother got him tickets to that, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just remember him sounding so happy and just like in his element.
I know William Shatner is doing a great job on that show, The Unexplained.
That show's great. That show's awesome. I like that. I love the History Channel.
On the History Channel, yeah. No, you wouldn't think he's in his 90s when he does that show.
Absolutely not. He looks great.
Yeah, he's super alert. He's like, right on target. You
never know, though. You never know. One thing can happen to anybody, no matter what the age is.
Well, yeah, the other ones are dead. Many
the Scottish guy there. He was one of the more sort of kind of recent guys that passed away, right? What was his name? I forget.
James Doohan.
James. Yeah. And George Takei is still alive. He's all over social media. George Takei.
DeForest Kelly.
Yep.
Dr. McCoy early.
That's right.
Leonard Nimoy died.
Yeah.
He's from Massachusetts. He's from Boston. He's from Massachusetts.
That's right. Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy, and you know where he got. Wait a minute. He got this from a synagogue. He saw the rabbis doing it. That's where he got the Vulcan.
Jeez, I never knew that. All right.
Yeah, that's where he got the Vulcan sign from.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, George Takei is still alive, and he's all over social media, and he's my opinions are different. Not that I'm trying to get into politics, but he is definitely not of the right wing politics of everything he does on social media. There.
No, and he's not.
He's very vocal politically online. Yeah, this is what I'm getting at.
He's not. Yes, very vocal, and he's not really speaking to William Shatner because he refused to invite William Shatner to his wedding for.
Oh Jesus!
Well, he says that during the show, during the filming of the low budget Star Trek, Shatner was like always hogged the camera. He used to complain that other people had too many speaking roles, too much. He wanted to have like the predominant amount of speaking roles on that show.
I don't know if you can blame William Shatner for that more than the writers and the producers of that show.
Yeah, how could you blame Shatner for that?
Yeah, well, he's the captain of the ship anyways. Are they going to give that role to I don't mean disrespect when I say like a subordinate or in the hierarchy on the Enterprise, but like It's sort of
Yeah.
kind of where you go from captain to manning a ship to behind that, I guess.
Of course
Are they
he's
going to do that in a role? Well, then he's got. Well, then George Takei becomes captain then, which would be great in my book. I think it'd be a good captain.
the captain of the Enterprise naturally is the star of the show. But
I always was the Next Generation fan with Jean-Luc Picard. Who was that? Who was the actor there? Patrick Stewart. I like him. Now, he's my favorite.
oh, wait a minute, Patrick Stewart did a great job in a modern version of Moby Dick.
He sure did.
He played Captain Ahab.
He did a good Scrooge in the Christmas Story,
Yeah.
or Carol, should I say? Yeah, I liked him. I liked his role.
Just like Jim Carrey made a outstanding Grinch.
Yeah, that was a whole different. Yeah, it was a whole different approach.
Yeah, but he was
That was
like
good, yeah.
he was Grinchier than the original Grinch.
You look. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say you looked a little blurry there for a minute. I was gonna say you look like Snow from the Snow Globe from the Grinch movie.
So Patrick Stewart played Ebenezer Scrooge.
There was a version of the movie where he played, and he did. I think he did an exceptional. You could borderline argue. I could borderline argue that might have been, including with Star Trek, that might have been one of his best roles he's ever done. It was very well done. He got the whole curmudgeon thing down very, very, very well during that movie. You said the old bitter man syndrome. He did it very well.
Yeah, and like the special effects were exceptionally good. Well, the same thing with the Jim Carrey as the Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it was a fantastic movie. I remember Jim Carrey when he was in the mask and he was doing the Cuban Pete. My name is Cuban Pete. And they go to the Cuban.
Oh yeah.
Boom, chick,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and he wore the puffy shirt. But anyway, who's over there? Oh, you're gonna go to bed? You tired?
He
All
is.
right. Oh,
No, he is. We were helping you fall asleep there, right? He's not dead. What the world? Sounds like the Three Stooges over here. What the world? Oh God.
Oh.
So what have we learned today?
We learned. We talked about Pokeball.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, we talked about copyright infringement and how it's not worth taking a chance.
It may not be. Yeah. To us, it's not, at least.
We talked about how intervention with a friend does not always work.
Yeah.
We talk about. We didn't talk about ramen noodles, though.
Do we need to talk about ramen?
Actually, have you tried that Asian app called We that I order my shit from?
No.
W.
Should I try that app?
WEEE exclamation point. It's
Ooh.
nationwide, and you go on it and you type in the country, an Asian country that you're looking for. Let's say
Okay.
Japan, and then all the sauces and all the noodles will come up. The soba, the somen, the udon, ramen. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then and the dipping sauces and such. And I tried natto, and I don't think I want to try it again.
Ooh. Okay.
You gotta like when you prepare. The annatto is interesting. It's a fermented soy product, and it has a very mucusy. Like when you boil okra or something, it's got that like sliminess to it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a lot of flavor, so I take it that whatever you're mixing it with, that's where
Mm-hmm.
the flavor is coming from.
Oh.
But
They got some fermented soybean or like Naruto or something. Ew, that seems weird in Japan.
you know what I've been eating a lot of? The supermarket has bags of frozen edamame soybean. They're good.
Oh,
They're
really? I don't know about edamame.
peeled
Maybe
green.
I have to try them sometime.
Yeah, like instead of green peas, instead of doing broccoli or something, what I do is
Yeah.
I steam the first part of the edamame, and I mix it with Japanese noodles and the sauce.
Hmm. I'm
Yeah,
generally not a fan of like snow peas or snap peas or whatever. They're like too bitter to me. Yeah.
you're not you don't like the snow pea
Thank
or
you, Ronnie. No, I think snow peas are one of the worst things, one of the worst foods on planet Earth, honestly. Maybe I probably therefore that has given me my opinion on edamame, I would suppose. I always you get this idea of I don't know where it came from that edamame feels like it's a laboratory grown
no,
plant or something. I
edam-
don't know.
edamame is quite tasty.
Hmm.
I think you'll like it. It really
If
is
it tastes like snow peas, then I won't.
no, there's no bitterness
All
after.
right. Maybe I got to go back to
It's
that sometime.
actually
I
good.
mean, I like string beans. Like those are good. If you saute
These
them
are
and you do something with them.
better.
All
Edamame's better.
right. Well, bye, Ronnie. Thanks for joining.
No, Ronnie.
I don't know. Halfway.
Ronnie is still. He's not there physically, but when he gets sleepy like that and he walks away, usually he goes right to bed.
No, that's the thing to do at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
Too
I
many
know
beers.
what.
You too many. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, he was getting. He
I was
was
gonna say
getting.
too many beers. He seems to take any conversation personally at that point. Like, no,
He
we're
starts
not
to
trying to take it personally.
a little confrontational and defensive when he drinks, and he's not what you would call a happy drunk.
No, I'd rather be one of those. Otherwise, why drink? Why
Yeah,
do any substance if you're going to be miserable? That's not the point. The point is to be jovial. Even the point's to be jovial before that it even happened.
yeah.
If you're a grumpy person beforehand, that thing is just going to mask your normal personality,
But when
which
he
is already
smokes,
shitty.
the cannabis, there he's mellow and fine. He's perfectly fine.
That's probably a better thing then.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyways, I don't mean to sound like Judgy McJudgerton there, because that's not the point. Yeah.
no, I'm just telling you that he is.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I've known Ronnie a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, good stuff. Good stuff. What good stuff? So, got together with a buddy of mine earlier. It wasn't even the Pokeball thing. That wasn't even
The
I
reason.
almost said Chinese, a Japanese place. It was a tavern pub place that had all of a sudden they gave me a sushi menu too. I was like, what the world? Okay.
Really?
Random at a normal American style pub. They gave me a tavern. They gave me a sushi. They gave us a sushi menu.
I
Okay.
I think
Pokeball.
I
Boom.
think I think the best bang for the buck when it comes to restaurants has to be a good Irish pub. Like
I would agree. Either that or Mexican.
yes, because
Both of them, yeah.
well, when you think about it, the ingredients of Mexican food is relatively inexpensive ingredients.
What besides the meat? What besides the meat? You got onions and peppers, and you saute them.
The
And
tortillas are cheap. to buy.
The most it's the guacamole or like your avocado may be a little expensive. It depends on where you go. Some of these restaurants, even like a Chipotle, they seem to think that they should charge you $2 for guacamole. Like, what the world? Really? Another $2 for some guacamole? Like, are you mental?
I mean, they do charge a lot for guacamole. As much as I love avocados, I won't pay a high price for guacamole.
No.
No.
But no, I agree with you on the Irish stuff for the most part, being pretty not too expensive.
The Irish pubs, great value.
That stuff's big where I live, obviously in the Massachusetts area, where we got the biggest Irish community you could ever find on the planet Earth. That's not Ireland.
Yeah, that's true.
Second to Chicago, or first to Chicago. They're probably second.
Chicago has a lot of Polish, a lot of Irish.
Yeah. We got a lot of Portuguese too,
You got Portuguese,
as you know, with the Azorians.
South going towards
New Bedford.
South Mass, Southeast Mass.
Yeah, that whole what they call the Narragansett Bay. Yeah,
and Providence, I think, is a lot of Portuguese. So
a lot of Portuguese and a lot of Italian. Yeah.
So you can find restaurants that serve like seafood paella very easily.
I gotta get to one of them restaurants, but yeah, you can find a lot of well, paella is more of a Spanish country dish, but yeah, there's so many countries. I think the big one is like the Mozambique, that kind of dish, those kind of dishes and stuff. There's so many different restaurants up and down that area that do like the Brazilian steak, where they have like their own special Mozambique sauce that goes over it with like the egg and the onion mixture, or like fried egg on top of the steak with like the Mozambique sauce and stuff like that. Yeah. It's more Portuguese and Azorian.
Yeah, Mozambique, I think of Africa, but yeah, you're right about Spain. Marbella, the Costa del Sol is where I think
Paella sounds good. Yeah.
Southern Spain along the Mediterranean.
Yep. Yeah. That's a labor-intensive dish to make. That.
Yeah, it's they call it Paella Valenciana. Is the
sounds good to me.
Seafood one with the lobster.
It's like their version of the Creole, like a. Oh my God, what's the dish? It's like the Creole version of a jambalaya to them, basically, with their rice dish.
Yeah.
It's very kind of similar. Yep.
Yeah, there's I know the French have bouillabaisse. The Italians have zuppa di pesce, but paella is actually very tasty, and they use saffron to make the rice yellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good to me. I don't think I've ever had that. It sounds good though. Sounds good with the crispy bottom and that fluffy top to the rice.
Well, I think they're able to make it well because seafood does not take a long time to cook, and
right.
I think it takes about the same amount of time as the rice. So once the rice, being that everything is mixed in the rice, it all cooks at the same time. But this, I had today. I had the usual Friday, not Friday. Well, usually I make it on Friday, but I wasn't hungry enough to eat it, so I made it whole wheat organic spaghetti with mussels marinara sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, but the mussel meats, not the one in the shell, because the last time I got that, I was picking pieces of shell out of the sauce. Yeah, it was too much. Yeah, it was too much to deal with.
Yikes!
Hey, Mr. Ronnie S, you look very cadaverous. You got pale. You froze.
Oh.
Oh my God! Look at it. I think it's blurriness. I don't think he's turning like white.
Oh, it's a little pixelated. That might be a frozen stream. Oh,
there he goes. Cadaverous. So, so what's new with Oxblood Forge? We played
a gig on We played a good show on Thursday evening. That was good. Yeah, there was a tour that was coming through the East Coast, and we got asked if we wanted to open for that show, so we did that. They only gave us 25 minutes to play the gig, but play our set to open the show. But we effectively used our time, and it sounded pretty good. And touring band, we played with one of the touring bands a couple of years ago when they came through the Providence, Rhode Island area. They remembered us when we got to the gig, so that was kind of fun. And everybody was pretty good. Everybody sounded really great. All the bands were really talented, so I was kind of happy to be on a really good, like-minded show. Even as the local opening band, everybody in the audience everybody in general, including the audience, had a really good time. So I can't really complain. We're still trying to get some material together in the studio. I don't know that we're going to do anything with the material the way or what the recordings are doing in the studio, but we're trying to do what we like to call a pre-production, just to see how everything sounds and sits together in a mix, and then we can decide where we want to go with the material and what to do with it. I think probably I would assume in 2026 we're probably going to try to record the next album for real and see what happens from there. But we just been doing a lot of perfecting of the last set of songs we wrote, and trying to do a little bit of writing here and there while we're at it, and not just like reach out to a bunch of venues or promoters and try to get shows right now. But if one falls in our lap and it's a good show to take, like on Thursday, we're going to take it. Yeah.
Do you guys sell CDs at the gigs?
We sell CDs, T-shirts. We got CDs, T-shirts. We got a 12-inch vinyl. We got cassette tapes. We got what you need for any platform, including you can stream it anywhere that you find and stream your live music. We're there.
Cassette tapes.
We got a cassette tape of our last release. Yeah, they are cassette tapes and vinyl. If you're not like super into the music community and music in general, it would seem kind of like a hard thing to understand, but I guarantee you that for the kind of stuff that we do and for heavier music or punk rock and stuff like that, physical media is very popular, and people want physical media, whether it's a vinyl or it's a CD or it's a cassette tape. People will buy that stuff, and they do. People like physical media.
You know,
people don't. There's people that don't like the fact that computers don't have CD trays anymore, because then I can't buy a physical CD-ROM and put my physical copy of my physical video game I bought into my computer anymore. It's all digital downloads these days, or even with music too. It's all digital downloads.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that really love tangibly holding on to the album. I bought the album. No. I didn't download it. Here it is. I bought the album.
Yeah, I have external drives. I got one that's like 3 or 5 terabyte external solid state external hard drive, and I got
okay.
I think it might be 5 terabyte, and then I got a 16 gig flash that fits a lot, really, a little thing like that.
I literally just got a new computer a couple weeks ago. I not that I need a new computer, I guess, but I hadn't bought a computer in like 10 years maybe, and I was looking to upgrade anyways. And I use a computer to I think I've mentioned this here. I was using an old computer that I bought on eBay of all goddamn things to run a digital arcade machine. So I'm going to use my last computer to go and run that thing, because that computer that's running the arcade machine doesn't even work anymore. Who's heard of Gateway? I bought a Gateway for like $300 like 10, 12 years ago on eBay because it was $300. No, the Gateway is not a computer system anymore. But I'm going to put that thing in the recycling. We got a recycling plant here, or whatever. Oh, recycling center. That's it. I got to get like a $20 sticker and stick it on the computer and leave it with the recycling center here in my town. I guess is what they charge you to get rid of bulky electronics.
That's a dinosaur gateway.
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, yeah. And my
It's
computer.
amazing. It's amazing how small, much smaller the desktops got.
Well, opposite direction is what I'm getting at. I feel like I just bought a giant case. I feel like my computer just came in a giant case, and that's probably because the graphics card, what you call the GPU, if you want to run graphically intensive things or games or whatever you're doing, then graphics cards are pretty big, and you kind of, and the idea is you want to have high amount of RAM built inside of those graphics cards so they can handle labor intensive or big graphics settings for games or whatever it is. But I mean, I bought it as a multi-purpose thing. I do gaming, I do the StreamYard thing, I do YouTube. I may want to do some amount of audio editing just for my own personal pleasure. I may want to do, obviously for YouTube, I'm going to want to do video editing. I got a digital camera too. I may want to film for that and then do the video editing for the channel. I may want to take some photos and stuff and learn how to do that and do some editing of photos and stuff like that.
Well, I have my custom built desktop that my brother-in-law made. He put it in an extra large case with bigger fans to keep it cool. And I got two solid state hard drives. I think I got 12 gigs of RAM. So I just it's so good with the fans he put in there that when I opened it up
that's key
to take the dust out, there's hardly any dust.
Yeah, that's the key. You need to have good ventilation. It needs to
good ventilation. Now by the way, not to change the subject, but my LDL cholesterol finally entered the normal range with the Crestor that I've been taking.
Oh, that's good.
How's your LDL?
I feel like I'm gonna need to get. I feel like I need to get, I don't know what it is, a CAT scan or something. I've been feeling all of this. I'm not in pain or anything, but I mean, it's just discomforting. I feel like I got like tightness in my calves. I got pains in my neck or something. I don't know what it is. Pains in the soles of my feet. I don't know what's going on. The other stuff seems to be okay. Like this coincides with the first time I mentioned this to the doctor. He was like, well, stop using the statin for 2 weeks and then see what happens. I'm like, at one point I felt like symptoms were going away. He's like, all right, well, go back on the statin. And then, I don't know, I felt like a couple weeks later, I'm like, well, I'm feeling this thing again. He's like, well, go off of the statin again. It's been about 2 weeks since Friday, I guess, since yesterday. Since yesterday. I'm like, I didn't mention anything to him yet. I'm probably going to do it on Monday or Tuesday, the doctor. But I'm like, nothing has changed with. And what I don't know honestly is I was having some lower back issues and sciatica pains. I'm wondering, even like I got dull headaches too. I'm wondering if I'm having residual symptoms from a sciatica pain that's unrelated to cholesterol and blood pressure. Honestly.
Well, sciatica is the nerve that goes down from the hip.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm having it feels like it's probably nervous system related. I'm wondering because I did go to my doctor once a couple of years ago about having some lower back issues or lower back pain and lower body pain. I'm wondering if I'm having spells from that, honestly. But it feels like it's more nervous than me having like joints that ache. Because I can still do what I want to do, honestly. It's just like nagging and annoying. I can still go and play a show on Thursday and haul around my drums. I can still do that, luckily. I'm just like in a nagging, it's a nagging, annoying discomfort is all it is. I'm not in pain, luckily. But it feels super wrong. It doesn't feel right at all.
The last time you had your lipid panel?
I saw the doctor and did all that stuff in August.
So you had
wasn't that long ago.
You had a complete blood test with lipid panel.
Well, I did that in May when I got a doctor's appointment, and that's when we decided to go on That's when it decided it was cholesterol and blood pressure medications. And I
Well,
mean, everything is okay,
I'm surprised.
really, with that.
I'm surprised he didn't order a second one to see if the cholesterol.
Well, he did that. We did that in August. We did that in August, and nothing was giantly out of whack there. There's nothing that's super giantly out of whack. And he was trying to, and we went through the symptoms that I had, and the doctor's thought process was, oh, it's benign. It doesn't really, I can't really tell you why you're feeling these symptoms. And I told him I'm having these symptoms. And then I told him a couple of weeks later, I'm having these symptoms again. And he's like, just go off of that statin for another 2 weeks. And if that doesn't work, maybe you need to do more testing and imaging. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to advocate for it. We definitely need imaging because something something's not right. And I don't know what it is. And if they want to tell me it's sciatica stuff or I have a herniated disc or whatever, I wouldn't necessarily pass that by possibility.
Well, you don't.
But I went. Yeah, go ahead.
You don't do anything that would cause that type of injury.
No, the only thing that would have caused that is bad posture and sitting at a desk with the wrong chair at jobs.
Oh, you don't have like one of those.
I got a good chair right now that I'm sitting on because of that. Yeah, I'm sitting on a really good chair right now.
Oh,
but that's why I needed to, because the very first time I saw this particular doctor was for me to complain about something like that. And I don't know, again, I don't know if maybe what I'm feeling or the symptoms that I have right now are lingering from some issue with that, and it's coming back again. I don't know. That's why I personally would like some kind of imaging to tell me why I'm feeling certain things.
I think you might need a CAT scan.
Yeah. I would prefer that, just the ease of mind on that one, just to see what's going on.
Your eyeglass frame is almost identical to mine, except these are not prescription. These are amber blue light shield.
Oh.
For the monitor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Well, that's what's going on with that. So I kind of want to. I don't want to hear negative things that are more detrimental to your health, but like I kind of want to know something, and I'm nervous about that, but I kind of want to know something so you can do something about it, right?
So
I'm not in physical pain. I'm not walking around I'm not walking around going, this hurts, luckily, but it's like such a nagging discomfort. So.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not in pain, because I would have been in excruciating pain trying to play that gig on Thursday and trying to move around drums. Luckily, I'm not in nagging and in excruciating pain doing that. I'm so glad that that's not what it is, but there's something's weird, and I need to know what it is. That's all.
So
that's what I got health insurance for. I don't know. I'm going to tell him that. No, I don't know. I'm going to tell him that that's what we need to do, because 2 weeks ago he told me to. Well, listen, he told me 2 weeks ago to lay off the statin and see if that is, because sometimes statins can cause you your cholesterol medication can cause muscle fatigue. And right. Now I've done this twice with him now, and the second time nothing's changed. So now I'm going to advocate that I need to get something done about it. So I'm going to let him tell me.
You know what causes side effect? Statin drugs deplete your body's coenzyme Q10. So that's why I'm taking coenzyme Q10.
Yeah, I believe that entirely. Yeah, but I want a test done to know what may be happening, and if it's maybe not lingering from that sciatica issue I had at one point in time, because maybe it's totally unrelated. So who knows?
Are you supposed to see a cardiologist or just go to an imaging center?
That I don't know. I got to tell the doc, because all we've done so far is let's see if the statin was the problem. If you stop taking it for 2 weeks and you feel okay, then we can change the drug. Now it's been 2 weeks and that hasn't changed. So now we got to tell the doctor that, and then we got to get to that point.
Because
his thought was we got to do testing and imaging if the statin wasn't the problem.
I mean, originally I was taking atorvastatin, which is the generic name for Lipitor, and that was working for a while. Then it stopped.
That's what I use.
then it stopped working. Then they put me on Crestor, which is
Oh, okay.
Suvastat.
Yeah, I used exactly
So,
what
and
you
then
started with. Yeah.
Lipitor, yeah,
Mhm.
Atorvastatin.
Yeah. That's the one that's the one I
But
use. Yeah.
hey, I mean, luckily I got good insurance.
No, I got good insurance. Yeah.
And you know,
No. I just want to at this point
thing.
I want to tell the doctor I'm not feeling any symptoms aren't getting any
And
better. I want to
also
get
I
imaged.
have
Yeah, I
a
want to get imaged or something.
what do you call over-the-counter healthy reward.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
There we go.
there we go. Yeah, that is a side effect of statin drugs, though. But the body ache. So, but
Yeah, but we again we thought that 2 weeks, and I've done this twice now, where I've stopped using it for a 2 week period, and I felt like the first time maybe that helped, but this second time I went off of it, and then 2 weeks was at the end of this week. I don't feel any different, so I feel like we gotta. I feel like whatever discomforting experiences I'm feeling needs to be further looked at than the statin's the problem, because I don't think the statin cannot be the problem at this point in time. I don't think so. I was feeling good all
no,
summer after taking cholesterol and this blood pressure stuff. I was great, and then all of a sudden something fucked up. But like, this could be totally unrelated though. The last time I went in August and he looked at these symptoms that I had, he was like, "Well, the symptoms seem benign and unrelated to this or that." I'm like, "Oh boy." But now it's got to be related to something. So we gotta, maybe I need to get in, like you said, a CT and see what's up, I guess.
yeah, because I didn't know you were taking hypertensive medication.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then I'm not saying this. I don't mean negatively. I say that, and then you got what's his name, Jason Cleveland, going, "Best of luck to you in your sobriety." I'm like, I have not stopped having craft beer or anything like that. I'm just trying to do it far less. Is the point? Good luck to my sobriety. I'm not sober. I'm just trying to like drink far less most of the time. You can't just drink like
Yeah,
two, three, four beers
you
multiple
just
days a
changed
week. That you can never do that. Just changing. You got to change your habits. That's really what you got to do in life to stay alive, I guess.
You remember when you remember when Michael Goldmember was drinking a whole case
When he would review a
of
whole
beer
12
during
pack,
his live
he
stream
would
when
dr-
he was like
he
massive?
would review the variety 12 pack, and by reviewing the whole variety 12 pack, that's exactly what he did. Reviewed the whole thing.
The
I don't
whole
want to
thing.
become afraid of living life, though. That's not what I'm about. I don't want to fear living life. You just have to do it
No,
in a
you
more
moderation.
responsible manner, I suppose. Yeah, and that's the key word to it. That's all. I've never been to the point where I've just gone on a
Well,
or I've just done a review where I'm like, I'm going to review 12 beers in a row. I'd never have a desire for that. Oh, no. Well, you can't do that.
have a test
That's
to
not a
find out
sustainable life. So. Yeah.
hypertension. I mean, there are things that help it. Hypertension, like
No, I'm just wonder I'm just wondering if the I think at this point the doctor and myself would be wondering if these symptoms that I'm having are totally unrelated to that, and maybe they are pointing to something different, because I'm not testing at the moment in time like stupid blood pressure levels. I'm not. So maybe again, my other thought was I was dealing with the sciatica pain for a while. Maybe that thing is coming back and it's ruining my life. I don't know. I don't know. I want a direction to go with this, because it's just annoying. I'm not in pain. It's just a friggin' nag. It's like a little person in my ear, wah, 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 the whole time, like, shut the fuck up, is what I want to tell it. That's what it feels like. Wah, wah, wah. Oh my God, you again? Shut up. That's what it feels like. It's
I
not.
mean, I mean,
Oh fuck.
there are natural supplements for hypertension, but I think the scan, is probably for your own uh, to
It'd be good
relieve
for
your
my own mental state too.
mental state. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That, that's the worst part of my lifestyle is that, sometimes I go down the rabbit hole, and you can go down the rabbit hole of Google, and Google will basically tell you have cancer. No, don't let it tell you that.
I mean, well, you could download on ChatGPT. That'll tell you anything you want.
Yeah, that's part of the problem though. Is ChatGPT will give me any answer I don't want either, and it'll be like, "Oh, you have cancer. Oh, you need to get this checked out immediately. Yeah, but you have a cancerous tumor."
You just have to be careful on how you word your question. That's all.
Yeah,
You know, but like vitamin D3, omega-3 fish oil, garlic
yep.
extract. Those things are known for hypertension, but I think that you need this CAT scan for more
To definitively tell you how to treat whatever you got.
right, something that
Hmm?
will scan your arteries and see exactly what's going on with your plumbing. What's going on?
Yeah, I could have bad circulation. Who the hell knows? Which is maybe what's causing this tightness kind of feeling in the back of the calves. Maybe I
Well,
have bad circulation.
bad circulation it doesn't just happen.
No.
It's a cardiovascular uh,
Yeah,
uh, uh,
sure,
issue, and
sure.
because that's why I was saying coenzyme Q10, not just because the statins deplete it, but
Yeah,
because it's very, very much tied into your cardiovascular
yeah,
system.
yeah.
So
We'll get. Yeah.
my doctor knows about it. He says,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he says supplement it. If you're taking statins, definitely supplement it.
No, okay. All right.
But make sure you get the ubiquinol
Yeah, okay. I've heard of that. Yeah, sure.
variety.
Yeah. I've seen that they've advertised
Ubiquinol.
that all over the TV. They got a lot of advertisements. They got a lot of advertisements for every kind of drug on television. I almost think this country it
Oh,
gets too crazy with its prescription drug advertisement. It's not like you can just go. It's not like you can just
what the
go to
word?
It's not like you just go to the CVS and go and buy Wegovy over the counter or some shit.
No, it says at the end the disclaimer. Oh, and another possible side effect is death.
It's 5 minutes
they give
later,
you
all these side effects.
right,
Yeah.
and
Up to and
also
including death.
up to
Yeah.
and including death.
Up to and including
and
death. Yeah, that makes you feel
and the
real
worst,
good. Yeah.
the most annoying of all is the dancing fat obese person that says
Which is
my
not me, luckily.
A1B, my diabetes is under control because I take this pill every day. No, it's your fucking diet.
Yeah. You have to stop eating at Popeye's fried chicken every Tuesday.
Yeah,
Every other day.
you got fat people dancing around, praising the drug. Well, you got to change your eating habits. That's the reason why you
It's
got.
just you're just gonna go back to the same problem if you and your doctor have to decide not collectively. Your doctor basically has to decide with testing or whatever when it seems like, okay, this may be appropriate to try a little trial of stopping your drug. Does that work for you or not? Then you get tested again. If that doesn't work for you, well, you haven't done anything enough to
I,
warrant being taken off of your drug.
I can
Right.
envision a family a family doctor, a primary care doctor, just sitting there and looking at the patient and saying,
Oh, the obesity kind of people. Yeah.
"Yeah, why you have hypertension and your blood sugar's too high? You're just a fat fuck."
Because the Colonel. Because the Colonel. Well, I saw one of these commercials. Is it Wegovy or whatever it is you see on the TV for that's for obesity or whatever it is, or I forget which one it was. There was some kind of it wasn't that one. There was some kind of a drug commercial that I saw either today or I forget when it was. It must have been this morning, where it was utilized to treat. Again, I don't remember the name of the drug, but it was utilized to treat heart failure, whatever it was. But then the side effect, but then for some fucking strange reasoning, one of the side effects could include heart failure or heart attacks. For a drug that's supposed to treat this shit, one of the side effects was heart failure or heart attack. For a heart attack prevention kind of a drug.
So
like that is
it was a cardiovascular drug that can cause heart attack
as a side effect. I'm like, that seems weird. What is that drug? What?
Yeah, I know you got like Massachusetts has some heavy duty medical schools and you know, the healthcare must be really good up there because, you know.
I mean, it's expensive, but you got to have a job that gives you good, like mine, that gives you good insurance, I guess. Yeah. You can't do any of this. Nobody could do this shit out of pocket.
See, I switched to I hated HMO. I switched to a PPO 2 years ago.
I think that's what I have.
Yeah. If I go to a specialist, my copay is $2. For a specialist. Yeah.
I have to get. Well, we'll see here. I'm gonna tell the doctor on Monday that I definitely nothing's changed, and definitely, because the thing that I said to him was I'm getting these symptoms again. I don't know if it's statin related or if it's nerve related. He's like, it could very well be nerve pain, but we may go down that direction, but it could be. Again, it could be the statin thing. Let's see in 2 weeks, and if that doesn't improve, then we'll do the testing and imaging. I'm like, all right, I'm with you on that. So,
all right.
I gotta roll with the punches. That's all we can do. This has been had a good evening. This has been great. Let's do it again.
Keep me posted about when you get your cats.
Yeah, luckily I'm not in pain, so I can still drum and do my normal everyday activities. But something feels a little weird. That's all.
All right. Well, we'll touch base Monday with him, and
I'm glad I can still play drums and do what I love. Oh my god, that would be deplorable if I couldn't.
And you know what? You're with a great band, really. I mean,
this is the best thing I've done musically, honestly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, everybody on that band is great. I mean,
I agree.
And just you know, and stay with it. You never know. You know, it might take off.
Yeah, I got another show on this coming Friday with a cover band that I joined based on a recommendation from another friend of mine that I did play in a band with prior. One of his cover bands needed another drummer, so I joined up with that band.
How are they?
He's not in the band. He's not in this band anymore, nor is one of his other buddies that plays the bass. They're too busy in this other cover band that they're in, but I guess I'm going to stick around with it. I mean, at least I'm getting a little bit of money on the side. I've been getting $100 minimally for these shows we've been playing this year, so that's pretty good.
Did you play with this cover band before?
I've been playing with them since April.
How are they? You like them?
It's good. Yeah. I mean, we don't do a lot of practicing, but when we need to practice to get ready for a gig or something is when they want to practice. So we lost a bass player. We lost another guitar player. The singer knew another bass player. The singer knew another guitar player. We played with another guitar player last time we played out. We don't really need another guitar player, so we just have the one, and this other bass player still joining us. He's pretty good, so it seems like it's all right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's going on musically. I'm in the Oxblood and then a little cover band thing on the side, I guess. That gets paid more money.
You usually get cash, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good. Good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, anyways, that's the story on that. Yeah.
All right. Good. I'll see you. Oxblood Forge is the band.
Cheers.
All right. Bye-bye. Cheers. All right. That's it. That wraps it up. Take care, everybody. Have a pleasant Sunday tomorrow, and have a good upcoming week. Is Thanksgiving? Let me see. Is Thanksgiving this Thursday? Let me just check it out. Just, no. Thanksgiving is the following week. November 27th. Not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday. And then the infamous Black Friday. You're not gonna catch me doing that. I'm an Amazon shopper. Amazon Prime. The best gift. Keep it easy. Keep it simple. Amazon gift card is the way to go. All right, folks. Bye-bye. We were live streaming on YouTube and Twitch.